Hello? Hello? Funny enough, my RAM is great. I snagged 32 gigs before the ramming. That's what you sound like, Hog. Like, when you type in my chat, that's how I read it in my head. I just want you to know that. Oh, shit. Yo. What up?
Did you tell your cousin, I guess you didn't while you're on the phone, that you weren't coming?
Yeah, I did.
You texted him and said you weren't coming, you told him on the phone?
I told him on the phone I'll text him later once I know. And then I text him.
What did he say? Nothing.
I don't know. I gotta look. I'm streaming.
I'm sorry.
I just started.
I'm so sorry. When was the date? What's the date of it?
Today.
Technically today?
Yeah.
What time?
I have no idea.
Maybe go get a quick flight.
I should have left earlier.
It's probably like 2 hours.
I should have left today instead of technically today.
It's probably an hour flight.
Perchance.
2 hour max.
Perchance. Alright.
Cheap ass round trip.
Alright. Alright. Alright, I'm waking you up in 5 hours.
Meow.
Well, think about it. Because I can get deal with myself.
Okay.
The drum stand part.
Yeah.
It's like, really think about it. Like, seriously, like, step outside everything. Just think about it.
Alright, well, it's the middle of the night right now, so I have all day.
Not if it's in the morning.
Bro. Hit me up later. I just started my stream.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Are we muted?
No. Okay. Hello. Yo, Anthony. What's up, King? What's up, Shad? What's up, Solace? What's up, Guida? My bad, chat. Hi, Bullets. Not enough major content updates to justify the long waits between them. Brother, don't you know it's literally Swedish Christmas? It was Swedish Christmas, bro. Can you stop being so insensitive? They have Christmas in the summer over there. Okay? You gotta relax. Can you stop attacking me, bro? Everybody who hates the game is attacking me personally. It's 3 a.m. What's so important? You had to wake us up. Do my Discord notifications wake you up? That's crazy. Tell Arrowhead to buff the Epoch. It sucks. What the fuck stream is this? Hi, something amazing. What happened? It's unusual for you to stream at this hour. Guida, I know damn well that you have been following me long enough to know that this is not unusual. Hi, Sky Raider. Hi, Iron Sights. I hope Thick has been able to get some rest. Yeah. Hi, Bungus. It's always something for the gay Swedish. What about the straight Swedes, though? They also got Christmas.
5 from Nick.
Yo, Nick with the 5.
51-week long vacations per year in Lazyland. I mean Sweden.
Yo, Nick, thank you for the $5. Can we get some W's? Can we get some hyper MPregs in the chat? How you doing, Mr. Nicholas? I am Sir Thickolas. This game is a 10 out of 10 because it helped me in a dark time in my life. Thick thoughts on E-Day. It's looking like I'm going to get that game. But I will tell everybody here, don't pre-order it. I will be the sacrificial lamb. I'll pre-order it for you and I will play it live so you can see if it is actually good, if it lives up to the hype, if it has good performance.
Buy another graphics card with this.
Yo, Hog with the $2, bro. Buy another graphics card. Bet. E-Day looks sick. I'm excited for it. Can we get some W's in chat for Mr. Hogg? Where are my cultists at? The employees all take vacations on rotation, so there's always one guy in the office, then when someone comes back, they leave. That explains the updates and communication. They're doing an open beta next week. Is it free? I remember when you were glazing Far Far West. I mean, do you think I think Far Far West is a bad game now? Far Far West is in early access and it doesn't have a lot of content in it. It's boring now until they add more content. But they did a big, they did a dev vlog and they showed they're adding a new faction and I think some more maps. So whenever they do that, I'll play it again.
Yippee, that means Vic can play beta test.
Yo, Anthony with the $2. Yeah, I'm going to play E-Day. It looks promising. It looks promising. Hi, Shad. Hi, DQ. Just came, quick recap. What are we talking about? Just random reacts and shit. It's the middle of the night. I'm streaming. I just wanted to vibe. There is no news here. I just picked random clickbait title, thumbnail. We're just reacting and yapping and vibing. Open beta should be ongoing standard for Helldiver, not just event. Far Far West about to drop a big update. Can you please complain about Helldivers today? I'd love to hear you more. Go, my king. Of course. I need to LARP thickums. Should I pop a citrus or cinnamon? I like coffee. I'm a coffee kind of guy. Although Coffee Zen is not sweet. So that's why I use on. Between cinnamon and citrus, I would probably say cinnamon. Have you heard about the whole situation with the community being mad about Arrowhead scrapping an old version of the Illuminate? Yeah, I think Bullets wrote a Reddit post, which I thought was a very, very retarded. Like, this post is turbo giga retard, you know, post. So we could read this. What time is it for you? 1 o'clock. Damn. It's okay, Bullets. We need you. We need you, bro. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have content to farm.
5 from Fugs.
Yo, Mr. Fugs with the $5. Let's go to Ko-Fi's website to see what it said. Oh, it was just $5. Oh, wait, here it is. Fugs said, I can see why the text-to-speech didn't read it. Brother, 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 What is wrong with you? Thick jump started my nightly depression. See, this is part of my strategy, Bullets, to gaslight you and gatekeep. And then I'm going to make you depend on me for your dopamine. And I'm going to give you Stockholm Syndrome. Why I'm not surprised? Yo, dies instantly coming in here with the 5 gifted. Yo, Tony, you didn't have a member, Tony? Yo, he gifted Iron Sights and Hoot Snag. Okay, Sweden. Yo, throw up some W's.
Everybody gets bullets.
Thank you, Mr. Dies instantly. Oh yeah, chat. I got my first Warhammer. You guys want to see my first Warhammer? So I wanted to get a beast boss on a Squigazar. But the Warhammer store didn't have that. Well, I just went to a random game store. They didn't have a Beast Boss on a Squigazar, which is what I would have got. So I was looking at everything, and I like that this is carrying a little dude in it. So I got this one. It's Grandmaster in a Nemesis Dread Knight. Yeah, I wanted the baby carrier. That's the second best thing, right? After Beast Boss on a Squigazar, I wanted a baby character or carrier. Anyways, I kind of want to open it. Do you like carrying dudes? I guess. Read it, boy. My birthday's coming up in a week. I'm getting myself a bunch of dice for some potential D&D. Bro, I need to talk to my old friend who makes board games. Because I need to show you guys his board game. It's called Turbo Quest.
Tim from Unity. Woo. My boy got a Grey Knight. Woo. I love Grey Knights.
Anyways, let me... Damn, my desk is all messy. Chat, don't judge me. You guys should know by now that I'm a mess. Don't judge my desk. Yo, Unity, thank you for the 10. Can we get some W's for Unity? Yeah, I wanted Beast Boss on a Squigazar, but this one looks cool as hell, honestly. Is that a red biohazard bag? No, it's some, oh. No, this is the paint set. I just got a paint set. I don't know. Hopefully this has everything in it. This doesn't have Nuln oil, but it has the brown oil. The guy at the store said that should be fine for the Grey Knight because he doesn't think the Grey Knight should be black. He thinks he should be greasy looking. No, I'm not painting right now. I just wanted to open it. We're going to paint later. I'm probably going to... Clay said you had to paint them black first. So I'll probably paint it black off stream. And then we'll actually do like a proper painting stream once everything's ready. I just wanted to open it because I never opened one of these. Should have gotten contrast paints. I mean, I can go buy more paint. He means adding a primer probably. Yeah. Thick, please hide your dildo. It's showing up on stream. Thick's gonna paint the figure or his nails. Oh, well, isn't this interesting? So what, you just pop every... Holy fuck, bro. This shit's gonna be like putting together Legos. Maybe I should actually do the primer on stream. Do you paint all the pieces separately and then put it together, or do you put it together first? Or a little bit of both, depending on what part it is. I can see Thick's fleshlight collection. Depends on the model. Bro, this looks like a fucking project, bro. This looks like a fucking project. How much was it? Like 80 bucks. Bro, these shits are expensive. Bro, Warhammer is a fucking rich man's hobby. If it has many tiny details, I do every part individually. Bro, this looks like a fucking project, though. I'm gonna be real. You might need an X-Acto knife. You need clippers. All right. I'll make sure I have all that stuff. All right, let's put it back, bro. Just be careful and follow a guide. This is why I can't get into Warhammer. Looks fun, but I ain't painting. I ain't building and painting that shit. I mean, you could probably buy pre-built models. Fuck getting into minis. I'll 3D print them if I want them. Yeah, I'll get some plastic clippers. There's a decent chance I have some already. I mean, I have scissors. But I probably want a like smaller pair, right? It looks daunting, but it's fun. Fine nail filer. It'll take a few days doing every stage by stage. Building it and painting it is the most fun part. Now ban me. All right, everybody say hi to Clay. Clay, you get one more message. You get one more message. Guys, we gotta ban Clay. He's banned for a week. Everybody get your last message to Clay out there. How you chatting right now, big dog? Because you can only time people out for 24 hours. Wow, his last message is get grifted. All right, you're cooked. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. What's up, Clay? Enjoy the Shadow Realm, grifter. Clay, say a gamer word. Hi, Clay, and goodbye, Clay. For the Emperor. They just can't win. All right, chat. I figured we'd start off the stream by reading this post. Because I figured it would just be fun. Every time they come up with new slurs for us, we just claim it. I mean, bro, you can call me whatever you want. I'll be that. Okay? I don't have a problem with it. I'm already about to lose pieces, bro. What if I call you late for dinner? If Clay the Clever, he will go to your Twitch since there he isn't banned. We should start calling him Claygar the Clever. Clay the Clever. Clay the Cleaver. I keep a little Skitari on top of my PC to protect it. Praise the Omnissiah. Dude, I should get a little pack of little dudes. Oh, also, I'm probably gonna actually, I probably will order a pack of dudes just so I can kind of practice on them. Or like see what the colors are. Also, like, I don't have to paint a Grey Knight gray, right? I can just paint it whatever color I want. I'll order a little pack of dudes to practice on. If it weren't for Buzz and Thick, I wouldn't know jack shit with what's going on HT2 since I quit. Hi, FBI boy. At your own risk. Make them purple. I was thinking about purple. Our dev try to lie us again. No, they're going to lie to us when the next patch drops, okay? There hasn't been a patch, so they haven't lied to us again yet. Just wait for the next patch. You risk angering Warhammer nerds, but they're angry anyway. Arrowhead is mad we won't be pay pigs for them. We're getting a patch on the 12th. Well, I mean, yeah, we're getting a patch when the Warhammer Warbond drops because it's not in the game files, so they quite literally have to patch the game. Paint it like one of the Psycho Warriors from Space King. Perchance. All right, chat, let's start off with this one. This is going to be a fun read. It's titled, I figured out why people desperately want Arrowhead to be malicious and evil behind the scenes. Read, please. No one reads anymore. Bro, have you ever considered that the game dev did something that people didn't like? Like, just because you like something doesn't mean other people don't like it. And then people just bitched online. Oh, brother. I told you this is going to be a fun read, bro. If you have ever seen the comment section of anything in relation to Helldivers, you will often see opinions akin to Arrowhead would never do that because it's fun. They did that because they actually hate us. Or Arrowhead actually hates their fan base. These people act like Arrowhead are actually these malicious, evil conspirators who want nothing but to piss the fans off and make their games suck. Which is so obviously ridiculous, is it? Is it? Bro, have you ever considered that there is such a thing as pride and ego? And that they did something that they thought was amazing and we bruised their pride and ego. And then they reacted pridefully and egotistically back. Because we're all humans, okay? Am I hating on them for that? No, absolutely not. We're all humans. But that doesn't mean that, like, we could just say, like, yeah, we're all humans, just sweep it under the rug. We should fix it. We should change for the better. In the wise words of Kendrick Lamar, fuck Helldivers. And Pilestat himself has said during Redacted Regiments, there have been renegade balance changes. He said... He didn't say there was renegade balance changes. He said if something was done... He said, like, if something was done badly, it was a renegade balance change. Like, I don't know. He didn't... I forget exactly what he said. He didn't specifically say there have been renegade balance... Like, he didn't say that as a fact. Considering Swedish people are known for being passive-aggressive when their egos get hurt. I emailed Games Workshop. Basically what I said was super hyped and excited. And after the reveal just felt underwhelming. I was called crazy for saying Arrowhead hates its player base early on. The signs were there, mate. He said it was a renegade balance dev, but then we found out the balance team is one guy. Okay, do I have to look up the fucking Piles message? That's not what he said. The fact that renegade balance changes are being brought up is an issue, regardless if it's true or not. Well, I think there were renegade balance changes. I agree with you guys, but I think Pilesat brought that up. But I think he's in denial and or wants to defend his employees as the CEO. Because I've DM'd Pilestat on Twitter and told him, your balance devs are weird sadistic fucks who must be stopped. He didn't respond to me. That's not what I said. I said some shit, though. Bro, let me look up my fucking messages to Pilestat. He responded to me in the past, like, before that, so I don't want to show them. But I will tell you what I did say that he didn't respond to. I said, there's no nice way to say it. You guys fucking suck at balancing. But that doesn't mean we don't like you. Is that rude? I feel like it's true, bro. I feel like people need to hear the truth. They fucking suck at it. I feel like they know they suck at it too. It's more blunt than rude. Less sugarcoating, more truth. I mean, I think it's true. I feel like they know they suck at balancing. Bro, I feel like I said some shit like fuck, what word did I use? I feel like I said some crazy shit, but I can't find it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just said it in my head. You know, sometimes when I'm in the shower, I have like pretend conversations of like what I would say. You guys ever like relive old arguments or like relive future arguments that you haven't had yet? If they don't suck at balancing, why is over half the primary roster in low tiers? No, I think they do think they suck at balancing. I think they do. I honestly believe that they're going into patch notes thinking they cooked. I don't think so. They suck at it because they don't play their own game. They want their vision for the game, but they don't even play it themselves. I think they believe in their vision, but I think they don't know how to get there. Anyways, I can't find it. Maybe I responded it to him on Reddit when he was doing his AMA. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, they just can't remember what they cook, so they can't write it down. Bro, how do they not have a bot? You can literally set up a bot to just spit out the changes before and after. And then you have a single community manager go confirm that with the different devs. And then you post them. It can literally be that simple. Bro, the vision lol, this game is done. They're making a new game. They know they aren't doing it well, but they lack the clear vision and leadership to do anything about it. How long has this game been out? So what I think is I think the people working on Helldivers now are not the people with the vision. I think people like Pylestat had the vision. I don't even think the game director does not inspire confidence in me that he has a vision of what he wants the game to be. I think he just kind of pieces it together with what the artists do. I think they have artists draw up something cool, and then they just piece that together and fucking push it. But I don't think that the game director has a strong vision of how the gameplay should feel. I think Pylestat perchance does, but I think some of his what he wants for the gameplay is dated. I think Pylestat is an old man, and some of what he wants is a little bit dated. That's my take. This game had an 8-year development. I think all the cool people are long gone by now. Like the no transmog thing, that was Pylestat, and I think since he is like the OG founder, he just kind of comes into the studio and will say something. And it's like, okay, well, we have to listen to Pylestat. How many times do we have to tell you, old man? The grunt fantasy thing is also Pylestat, by the way. That's also Pylestat's thing. They're trying to make something niche and popular at the same time. They managed it, but they're not satisfied. Didn't they say they wanted this game to be more like a milsim? They said they wanted to attract hardcore audiences such as Arma and Escape from Tarkov players. So I don't think that they think Helldivers is a milsim. I think they think Helldivers has some elements of an milsim. But I think what happens is they use that as an excuse for why they either like I'll use the for what I'm trying to say. I'll use the maxi gun for example. You know how the maxi gun has a wind up and a wind down. Like when you're done shooting the maxi gun, there's a little half second where you still can't move. I think that the person who made the animation made that animation or added the wind up and the wind down to cover the awkwardness and the clunkiness of the animation And so I just think it's badly done. It's just a sloppy fucking ass coding and a bad weapon, and whoever made that weapon did not do a good job. They did a fucking horrendous job. That is like the worst. That's one of the worst coded guns in the game. And they added the animation on top of it to try to make it look more fluid. And so it's just a dog shit weapon in terms of feeling and quality of life. And then they use realism and milsim excuses on to be like, oh well, this is what it would really look like in real life, bro. And it's like, that's just an excuse because they did a bad job. The jank when you try to dive after firing maxi gun is real. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just jank. They literally made the gun jank as fuck. Like, you should be able to, like, if you can't move and shoot the maxi gun, fine. You should be able to spam and dive. You should be able to spam dive while shooting it. I think it's ridiculous that you can't, because this is a video game. And when I play video games, I always look for tech like that. Every video game I play, there's always some tech to sort of circumvent downsides and awkward feeling things. IRL miniguns wind up super fast. IRL miniguns wind up in like 0.1 seconds. The maxi gun has a 0.5 wind up. Maxi gun heavy pen is fire. I think it's ridiculous you can't walk while shooting in a horde shooter. I think it's fine if you can't walk. You should be able to spam dive. Like, some fucking glazer tried to bring up Deep Rock Galactic that you can't move and shoot the minigun in Deep Rock, which is just fake. It's one single overclock that you can't move and shoot it. And
Sad that
even
his biggest achievement is Grunt Fantasy.
Yo, Fugs with the $2. Sad that his biggest achievement is Grunt Fantasy. I mean, he's probably not sad about that. His biggest achievement is making $1 billion franchise. Let's not get it twisted. Thank you for the $2, Fugs. Anyways, in Deep Rock Galactic, when you're using the specific overclock that you can't move and shoot with, you can literally still bunny hop and shoot with it, or you can hover on a zip line. There's two different ways to circumvent the downside of the single overclock that you can't move and shoot the minigun in Deep Rock. Yeah, I know, Dead Snake. What's up, Kufruit? It's normal when you rank stuff? What are you talking about? You mean like the jump stationary reload tech? Oh, wait a second. That overclock rocks, though. 16 damage per bullet is crazy, and that's with more ammo. Yeah, but the dude said you can't move and shoot the minigun in Deep Rock, and nobody has a problem with it. And it's one overclock. You can move and shoot the minigun in Deep Rock. You get slowed. You walk and shoot it. Yo, Castle, thank you for the 5.
His fantasy all over us, huh?
Yes, they grunted their fantasy all over us. Can we get some W's in chat? Thank you, Castle. Gotta catch those late night hate diver streams, bro. What's up, Petty? Being able to lunge backwards with the maxi gun? Yeah, I think you should be able to dive with it. I was hyped for the minigun before it came out, then I got it and never used it again. Shit was so disappointing. Is this Reddit post rage bait like usual? Well, it's on the Helldivers 2 sub. So yeah. Anyways, let's continue reading it. We, the fans, are the only reason why Arrowhead employees can feed their families. Why ever in a million years would they want to displease us? Because in 2026, being a game dev is one of the most entitled fucking positions I've ever seen in my life. I feel like it's right up there with being a cop. Imagine if the game was fun, the maxi gun would ragdoll you backwards if you dive backwards while firing. I didn't see a single War Strider tonight either. Oh, you played Bugs? You can say that about every company ever, literally. There's so many examples. Anything Disney's made in the last fucking 10 years. There you go. Dick, you look good today. Thank you, Park. It's real nice on the bug front. Give me Maxigun jetpack functionality. My life is yours. Not being able to see what you're shooting is so dumb. Anyways, I think I have a definitive reason why this happened. Since Arrowhead is actually really in touch with their community. Bro, how does this have 1,000 upvotes? How does this have 1,000 upvotes? Brother. Listen, bro. Bro, you can't be in this much denial, bro. You can't. Denial is a river in Egypt. Bro, you understand? Bro, you wouldn't be making this post if they were in touch with their community. Like, you might disagree with half the community, and that's fine. But to just sit there and act like there isn't half the community who's fucking pissed all the time is just pure denial. Since Arrowhead is actually really in touch with their community when it comes to game studios, community events, fan art videos, actively communicating on Discord, giving us free campaign awards after fans got angry at Warbond exclusives. If they ever do something wrong and slip up, fans have nowhere else to look except them. It's a scapegoat. They process that as grr. Arrowhead hates us for playing the game they worked on for almost a decade. Why would they ever want us to have fun? Grr. But when it comes to mistakes and slip-ups on Arrowhead's part, they have a decent track record of fixing it. Brother, their track record is fixing nothing until there's a review bomb and the Sony CEO gives them a call. That's why the community is the way it is. Granted, sometimes it takes forever, but note, Arrowhead will try to make it seem any other way. They are human under the veil of being a game studio. They're still human beings, Swedish people to be exact, and watching fans tear them apart for every move they make is so disheartening. And I swear to God...
I feel so touched, Arrowhead.
Yo, Sergeant, thank you for the 10. Can we get some W's? Arrowhead because they're listening. And I swear to God, if I see that corny ass leave the multi-million-dollar corporation alone, I don't care about that. What I care about is the game. The only few things keeping me tied to this world is Helldivers. And I can't stand to watch people hate it. It feels like they hate me. Brother, you need to stop playing Helldivers and like go to the gym or something. I don't know. I'm not good with life advice. But you need to actually quit Helldivers, like legitimately.
5 from Nick. Swedish organisms are not people.
Yo, Nick, relax, buddy. Yo, Nick, thank you for the 5. Bro's mentally ill. Bro, you need to quit Helldivers for your own mental health. Your mental health shouldn't be tied to the success or failure of a video game. Bro, this post has 1,000 upvotes on the Helldivers 2 subreddit, by the way. So this should tell you the mindset of people who exist in this subreddit. Is this a cry for help, bro? What the actual fuck? Yeah, like, unironically, you should quit playing Helldivers because of this sentence. This is unhealthy. Like, you shouldn't quit Helldivers for anything that has to do with the game. You should quit for your own fucking mental health, bro. Bro, I've been saying this for years is that people tie their personality to one thing. And then if that one thing gets insulted, they feel like they're getting insulted. Reddit replaced all the mental health hospitals. Yeah, we should delete Reddit and we should open the asylum. Tell them to drink some water and talk to their mom. Talking about how this game as his life force is a bad mentality. Imagine interpreting community criticism as you being personally insulted. Yeah, that's the issue. If you delete Reddit, you're going to put a lot of people outside that I don't want to see there. Well, they need to open up the asylums again, okay? We need to open them back up. And listen, some of you may get sent there as well, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make, okay? Some of you guys may be put in the asylum as well, but I'm willing to make that sacrifice. His life is all about democracy. Not me, hooray. Reddit and Twitter need to be obliterated. I kind of agree. We need communities outside the internet. Hi, Stevie. Some of the Smalley content creators have been holding the HD2 fort lately, which is still a positive for me, but we miss you. Hi, Stevie. He needs to go to a democracy camp. People can't handle it when others don't like the thing they like. I love Marathon, but I don't make posts on Reddit defending it. Listen, bro, you're allowed to like a bad game, okay? Helldivers is a bad game. But it could be a good game. There's other bad games that can't be good games, okay? Like Marathon, for example. That was a great example, Clippy. Thank you. I'm just fucking with you, by the way. But yeah, there are other bad games that can actually never get fixed. Helldivers could be good. That's why so many people are passionate about criticizing it, because there's so many buttons that they could just flip and the game could just be what almost everybody wants. I think Helldivers is in one of the better spots it's been in a while. I think you're tripping. I think Helldivers is in one of the worst spots it's been. That was me with Halo Infinite, a bad game I like. I'm not defending it, though. Halo Infinite was kind of fun. I really gave Arc Raiders a try, but I got tired around the snow event. It's a bad game. That should be a really great game, but it's still fun with the homies. Into the Untested was bad. I didn't say the worst spot of all time. I said one of the worst. The two worst spots it's been in compared to now is Escalation of Freedom. That update was ridiculously buggy as fuck. And Xbox launch / Into the Untested. The performance of Helldivers is not much better than Into the Untested, bro. It might be better for you personally on your rig. Is there anybody in here who plays on Xbox? Can you please just explain to people how the performance is for you? I started hardlocking in February, and like every third time I booted the game since February, my computer just hardlocked. I have legit almost not been able to play. The performance of the game is fucking horrendous. It's disgusting. And on top of that, the amount of enemy spawns that there are, I don't know if it's even been lower than this. The game is like, even when I can play, the game barely fucking spawns anything. It's just not fun. I played every day of Escalation of Freedom because even if the guns suck, I enjoy killing the enemies in this game, and I'll keep playing anyway. Do you want some free tech support? Well, I just got a new graphics card, so perchance I won't hardlock anymore. I kept crashing on Windows. I have a feeling that Windows 11 has something to do with it, to be honest with you. I think it does. My friend's Xbox stopped working after playing Helldivers with me. He was excited for it and everything. Do we think that the alternate variants of Illuminate are fully chopped? No. No, not at all. I think a lot of people assumed that based on Reddit clickbaiting that interview, but bro, they didn't scrap cultists. I think you're a little bit stupid if you think that they did. I know Hog is in chat and disagrees with me, but I vehemently blame consoles and specifically the addition of more console ports. Yeah, Grass is right. They should have never launched this game on Xbox. Launching the game on Xbox and doing a Halo collab was quite literally them trying to make a game for everyone, and it made a game for no one. Consoles have horrible specs. This is just a fact. They don't have good specs, and you can't do as crazy shit with a video game if you're on console. PS5 is not the bottleneck. You're wrong. I said it would happen and they shouldn't do Xbox months before. I'm kind of anti-collabs now. I wasn't at first, but now I am. I think it's hilarious. They say a game for everyone is a game for no one, and now they just do collabs. They just do collabs all the time. I'm not wrong. Yeah, you are. They need to spend time optimizing the game and add controls and settings to control fog and such. Old school consoles had super autist developers that could utilize the limited resources to insane degrees, but devs today can't. Does PS5 have significantly better specs than Xbox? Like slightly, I'm pretty sure. Do you think there will be another collab? Yes. Tank, I have it pulled up. Probably Cultists will show up at the end of the year. I think they're railroading their edition with this Void event. Have you seen... I just read that. Into the Untested fried my GPU. Still love that one motherfucker who was like, why is it always fucking foggy? You mean me? One collab a year, it's not that excessive. Yeah, you say that, but they have a separate Warbond team for just collabs. And with Arrowhead's work ethic, it is excessive. Low-key could be the Series S, the baby Xboxes. It runs like shit and crashes every game. Starship Troopers / Star Wars collab will happen eventually, but these are just smokescreen for all the issues. The Cultists would fit so well with the Warhammer collab and the Void.
5 from Nick. 400 viewers, 60 likes. Be better, chat.
Yo, $5 from Sir Nicholas. Can we get some likes on the stream, boys? Thank you, Nick. This is the slow death of HD2. Where's my Chud Bond? Could you explain the graphics card situation? I never got the full details. My graphics card broke. And I returned it under the 3-year warranty. And I'm waiting for a refund. But I got a new graphics card now. I have a 9070 XT. The way they do collabs is as if they're running out of ideas, whereas HD1 exists. What did they say they would change on the Concord armor? I don't know. I swear I saw Mitchimus say... they heard feedback about it, but I couldn't find it. I thought he said it in Discord. I messaged Vito, but he's not awake. My father got the same graphics card as me, a real chip off the old block. That you are, Fury. I will not be gaslit into thinking my PS5 Wasn't spawning a lot of enemies. You got me riled up. Okay. Doesn't change the fact that you're wrong. No, they did not say they're changing the armor set. They said, we are listening and we've heard your feedback. Big difference, buddy. So he did say it? Okay. That didn't happen to me in a dream. How does a graphics card break? Too much porn and mods. I don't know. I'm pretty sure one of the VRAM chips were fried. I did extensive testing. And I have logs from GPU-Z. And I followed a bunch of guides. And I messaged Amazon and said, I have extensive logs and have a confirmed graphics card defect that is covered under the 3-year warranty. And Sapphire's warranty says I must go through the retailer. So you guys have to return this for me. And they said, okay, send it. And they sent me a QR code and I went and dropped it off out of Whole Foods. So I'm waiting for my refund. Who thinks they should cancel the 40K war bond? We listened and we keep those feedback next by the shredder. Thick sat on his graphics card and broke it. We love when companies honor warranty. I mean, if Amazon denied it, I would have sent it for RMA. Sapphire makes you go to the retailer, but I'm pretty sure if the retailer won't accept it, they'll just take it. Customer service. Maybe they could spawn more enemies if they removed Orbital Napalm Barrage from the game. You know, the community as a whole doesn't hate Orbital Napalm Barrage, but everybody who plays on Div 10 pretty much does. Or let me phrase this right. Everybody who wants Div 10 to actually spawn a bunch of enemies usually also hates Napalm Barrage. Sapphire heard you and listened to your feedback. Why can't I melee with the sweeper while diving? Because they broke melee diving a while ago. Like months and months ago. The Meltagun deadass makes me think, is the laser cannon going to be useless now? In the trailer, the Melta had like a fucking 20-meter range or something. So I don't think it encroaches on the laser cannon at all. Because the people who play D10 want to play a horde shooter, not a stand and do nothing for 1 minute shooter. Careful, Glitch Unlimited is listening. Why? Why is he listening? I only lag when people throw 2 orbital napalm barrages on a breach on Spore Burst due to their stink burst. No, they broke dive meleeing without a melee weapon. You can dive and melee with a melee weapon. It's weird. But the sweeper isn't a melee weapon. It just has a bayonet on it. And it probably doesn't count as having a melee weapon. And by broke it, they probably did it on purpose. But we don't know. Because it just changed one patch and we never heard any fucking news about it. So we can only assume. Gatling Barrage is better than Railstrike for Vox engines, apparently. I still haven't seen the proof. I mean, does Rail Cannon one-shot Vox engines now? And does Gatling Barrage one-shot Vox engines? Will there be a store armor for this Warbond? I don't think so. But I'm not 100% sure, but there has been no superstore for any of the legendary Warbonds. Well, I guess there hasn't been there hasn't been a superstore for any of them. Rail does, but you need to wait for the ships to leave. Melta might have barely any ammo. I'm waiting for Aliens Fireteam Elite 2. That's because Gatling Barrage can kill it if a shot lands in the drop box. Dead ass? Faster despawns would solve a few problems, actually. Yo, that's crazy. It's almost like someone told them to despawn enemies faster over a year ago. A year and 6 months ago. You can blow the 2 cannons on the side and that will take it out too. You know what's interesting about the bad looking models? There's a strap on the Melt-A-Gun. I don't think any gun has a strap like that in the game. Yeah, that's true. And Drakus, but it is a war bond now and everything is in that war bond. Like, yeah, you're right. But, you know, there hasn't been a superstore with the legendary war bonds. I don't think there's one coming up. Faster despawn, simplifying AI calculations, and less fog. Meaning mega factories are bad for Rail Canyon. I think they rushed that art. That's why it looks weird. All right, let's read this post. I think the main issue with the cultists being scrapped is what they got replaced with, an underbaked faction. So I'm just going to tell you my take on the cultists. Is that I think you're tripping if this is your take. Because the Illuminate launch was peak. But it always needed more enemies. And what really sucked was Super Earth. Because if you really think about it, the only enemy they really added with Super Earth was fucking Flesh Mob. The Crescent Overseer is like barely a new enemy. It's literally barely a new enemy. Who notices Crescent Overseers? They barely spawn any Stingrays. Aren't Stingray spawns broken right now? Do Stingrays even spawn right now? I don't know the last time I've even fucking seen a Stingray. And Leviathan is also kind of a non-enemy. It's like an enemy you're not supposed to fight. So the real issue was not the Illuminate launch. The Illuminate launch was fucking peak. And I think you're trying to rewrite history a little bit here. What did suck was the Super Earth enemies they added. The Super Earth enemies were fucking ass. Stingray spawns aren't broken. They just don't spawn on the sub-factions. Crescent Overseers are hiding and shooting mortar shots as well. More of an annoyance than an enemy. I think they only spawn on the zombie horde faction, not appropriators. Crescent Overseers are like bile spears if they were constantly mortaring. Hi, Ambar. Hi, Rendar. What's up? What's up? Why the fuck does a charger have aim resistance? Like it's wasted AI calculations for an enemy that shouldn't have aim resistance. I would like the melee mech from the appropriators to be as well part of the main faction. I can't stand the aim resist on enemies trying to snipe an enemy from 200 yards away. Hi, Scarfy. Hi, Noah. The cultists are too space magic for them now anyway, till they'll need content. Illuminate launch was peak, but it's marred by leaving them in that unfinished state for over a year. The Illuminate, what do you mean? What do you mean by unfinished? Like, not a lot of enemies? Or buggy? The Illuminate launch wasn't even buggy. The most prominent bug on Illuminate launch was snake divers and the floaty cars. The enemies themselves were fine. And the faction was fun. It just wasn't a lot of content, and it only lasted a few weeks to a month. I miss the overwhelming Factory Strider convoys. Broken ship door. Sniping in this game is boring and tedious. Anyways, TLDR cultists are a more interesting faction gameplay-wise than what we have now, and some people are angry they got cut for the current Illuminate over the course of a long time. rather than them getting outright scrapped. They're not, lol. Let me clarify. I believe we're going to see some, if not all of them, later this year in a title update involving the Void. The writing's on the wall with the Void expansion, and for them to not use 95% completed assets is beyond dumb. With that out of the way, I believe that a lot of people, including myself, are angry at the fact that these cool enemies got replaced with what I can only describe as slop. When the Illuminates first released, we only had Voteless, Flying, and Grounded Overseer, and Harvester. And the Watcher, bro. You forgot about the Watcher. For several months, of which gameplay involved W key until someone died. The spawn rate of Voteless has decreased over time, which was one of their biggest strengths. And oh yeah, this is true also. The spawn rates decreasing over time made it a lot worse. For fuck's sake, you can get more Voteless on difficulty 4 than D10 on Mindless Masses because the spawn weight is all out of whack for the game director. Yeah, this is a really strong point. We then had to wait a long time for Crescent Overseers, Flesh Mobs, and Stingrays, of which Crescent Overseers don't really provide much other than an uninteresting and mildly annoying arty unit. Flesh Mobs starting out as uninteractive bullet sponge enemy. So yeah, I think this is the biggest issue with Illuminate, and then this is the other big issue with Illuminate. These are the issues. The actual spawn, or wait, the actual launch of Illuminate was good. Flesh Mob started out as an uninteractive bullet sponge that had to wait for weak points. Bro, I want to talk about this real quick, because when Flesh Mobs first came out, and we bitched about Flesh Mobs having no weak point and Glazers glazed, do you think that the game devs at Arrowhead Game Studio, who knew that they forgot to put the weak points on there, do you think that they are happy with that work ethic? Like, stop glazing obviously dumb shit. This is why nobody takes you seriously. This is why you need a whole safe space on Reddit to even have an opinion. The only reason Cry Divers need a safe space is because the Glazers created a safe space and they fucking spam downvoted and banned people for criticizing the game. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Do you like, you're defending things that the devs wouldn't defend? Like, think about that, bro. And obviously this is case by case. There is some things that people cry about, which is also fucking retarded. But like, do you really think that somebody who takes pride in their work ethic was happy that they put out an enemy without weak points? I guarantee you they weren't, and they pushed it because it had to be pushed. And then they added them later, which it's like, whatever. But like, just chill the fuck out. Like, bro, it's so ridiculous. I posted a bunch of clips for how unfinished the Illuminate are. Okay. They increased the durable on Flesh Mobs too. They added the weak points way later. I'm not proud to be critical about this game, but they have forced me. I play the game. I want it to satisfy. And Flesh Mobs are still buggy when interacting with walls and slopes. Tell me the last time we seen a Stingray spawn in the last few months. That's a bug too, but the fact it hasn't been fixed is more salt in the wound. Lev Tit Hands. Bro really wrote Lev Tit Hands. And bullets. You gotta spell check, bro. You gotta run this through a spell checker, bro. You can't write Lev Tit Hands. That's crazy. Bro really wrote Lay Titty Hands and thought we weren't gonna notice. Anyways, Lev Tit Hands aren't even really an Illuminate unit because they're designed to be ignored to act like a stage hazard rather than an interactive enemy and only spawn in cities. Adding a pure anti-tank to a faction that discourages it is very interesting, especially giving said unit one-shot-o-matics at the start that can shoot you at 300 meters and sometimes through buildings, also making them respawn right away after one dies. Yeah. Bro, the launch of the Leviathans was crazy. Thankfully, they have lasers now, more fair and more cool. We only recently got mildly interesting enemies in the form of appropriators, which is only a sub-faction and not part of the main force. The Obturider does the voteless job better because they spawn more and faster on higher difficulty. And the forklifts are interesting in their design and ways they combat Helldivers. Sadly, though, they're still a W key enemy at the end of the day, which takes the wind out of their sails. People defended that? What? I remember them shooting across the city and threading the needle to one-shot my mech. Who's this Redditor? It's Bullets. Lev Tit Hands need 50% less HP, and they should get a shield generator for the 2 front wings. And the shield should get the missing HP that was removed from the armor. The Lev Tit Hands. They defended everything. Yo, what's up, Dirk? What's up, Dirk? How you doing, King? I never thought Bullets would turn into a Redditor. He always has been. That's why he be glazing, bro. Bullets is low-key a glazer. High-key. What is a W key enemy? Have you seen some of the footage of cultists? That's wild. Bro, deep down, Bullets wants to be a glazer, okay? It's just a fact, Bullets. Don't take it personally. Okay? You're not a Sith like the rest of us. I gain power from the dark side. You don't. Okay? It is what it is. That's wild. He is low-key a glazer. An enemy who just runs right at you and melee attacks you with no tactics. I have no fun and I must glaze. Now let's talk about the Cultists, an enemy subfaction that doesn't derive difficulty, though the use of spongy and durable HP pools plus occasional HP chunking attacks, but rather demand the user to have quick reaction times, have good mechanical skill to aim with their weapons, to succeed against hyper-mobile targets that whittle down the Helldivers with rapid attacks, with the only real immediate dangerous unit being a very well-telegraphed sniper that hold still when attacking you instead of just clapping players with random damage spikes. At least what I gathered from the leaks I've seen. Almost every attack is decently telegraphed. Enemies move around you and flank you rather than rushing you right away. And the unit diversity is abundant with front, mid, and backliners filling out the roster for a well-balanced composition to combat Helldivers, all while not having inflated HP pools and durability like some other units, rather using shield to live Helldiver attacks. Bro, I'm gonna be real. The composition of the Cultists and some of the footage of it actually looked sick as fuck. And if they were in the game, then they could sit there and be like, yeah, we want to be Elden Ring. That shit looked sick. That shit does look like the Elden Ring subfaction. Will this anger the players if it got added? Most definitely. This faction is a stark difference compared to every other enemy except Predator Hunters. But I think it's almost required for them to show up to breathe some new life into an otherwise stale game. especially the stale Illuminate roster, and honestly, I'd rather have this level of difficulty rather than getting ragdolled through cover or having hard loadout checks or just needing to eat away at HP bar. Well, if I don't use a sanctioned Helldiver one-shot-o-matic... See, this is where he's glazing, bro. This is where he's glazing. The fact we lost these cool enemies for what is basically alien invasion movie slop is the anger point for me. That we could have had an interesting enemy faction, but instead got what we got. That's the frustration of realizing what could have been since the beginning of the game. Or at least when Meridia collapsed. That's all, just a frustrated player vent on the situation and a hopefully not fresh perspective at why people are angry. Have a good day. Edit, typos, and some incoherent grammar. Yeah, that's pretty true. Bro missed capitalization, SMH my head. The first commenter is a 1%er saying I agree. Yeah, Bullets, just quit your day job, bro. You can make it on Reddit now. Like, you might not make any money, but you can get some awards under your posts. The worst bit about Helldivers is by far the community. They can teleport and all this stuff, so when I first saw the footage, they looked a bit undercooked, and we didn't have the arsenal we have now, and the dive stim, etc. Hi, Shad. Anyways, did Vito pull up this in his video? Did Vito pull up the Google Docie? I didn't read everything in this Google Docie in my video. It's cool when they summon the little imps. Not the Google Docie itself, no. Well, then why did Vito say yes? Hi, Vito. Vito is passionate. He had some things from at. Bro, someone commented on my community post and said I'm a nerd and they want to push me in a locker. And I was like, oh, we got a tough guy. Vito's chudding it up. What do they call the ones inside the little floating ring? Is that the illusionist? I think so. Bro, by the way, since I haven't posted in like 2 months and then I started posting again, I'll get these comments that are like, Thick, you just seem so mad and angry. I'm just worried about you. I feel like these are low-key glazers who are trying to get me to quit. Because it's like, bro, don't you know I like getting angry? I like arguing. I want to argue with people, bro. That's where I derive joy from. Okay? There's such a thing as a Sith. I don't know. I feel like they're bait comments. Thank you, chat. I like agreeing to. Salute. I need to make a video on the other stuff, like the narrative stuff, because I think it's interesting. Thick, it's called concern trolling. Yeah, I feel like they're bait comments. I don't know. I don't like those comments of people like, I don't know. If I'm feeling bad, I'll just cry on stream. You guys will know I'm feeling bad. You don't really think the PS5 is the reason spawns suck? I think console players aren't even real people. They are beneath me. And I think that when games get put on console, the performance is worse almost every single time. And this is beyond Helldivers. This has been a thing forever. This has nothing to do with Helldivers. But they could actually optimize their game for both. They could do better, even though it's already on console. When you're truly sad, just shit in your hands and clap. What will Thick say when Project Helix drops? What the fuck is Project Helix? We heard you. Warbond is scrapped and you'll get knockoff gear drip fed. PC players never have good game launches. What do you mean? When HD2 came to Xbox, throwing a gas nade at a bug breach made my FPS drop by 30. That's right. Project Helix is the next Xbox. It's going to have Steam. Oh, well then that shit is ass. I know they say don't meet your heroes, but I feel like if I met DJ Khaled in real life, he wouldn't disappoint me. Another bun. That's all those AI calculations. Anything lower than 60 FPS hurts my eyes. Anyways, what should we watch? A Buzz video? Let's watch Homicide first. Do you hate Helldivers? Thank you for watching. What question should I ask the Helldivers next? All right, let's watch this video first. People been telling me to watch this one.
No, it's not hate.
I do not hate Helldivers. It's kind of hard to hate it.
Do you hate Helldivers? Absolutely not.
No, I don't hate Helldivers. I think it's just been mishandled.
Do I hate Helldivers? I wouldn't say I hate Helldivers, honestly. It's...
No, I don't hate Helldivers. Sometimes I do get a little annoyed at how the devs treat their patches, but...
It's kind of hard to...
Wait, this is a fucking really cool video format. He just hopped in game and just asked randoms, do they hate Helldivers? This is a really cool video format.
Really tell. I haven't played it in a while, so no, not really.
Do you hate Helldivers? Well, that's... never have. I don't think I ever will. But I don't think a game like Helldivers is worth hating.
Oh, there's no way I hate this game. It's more like,
Allied destroyer has joined
Do I
squadron.
hate Helldivers? I wouldn't say I hate Helldivers, honestly.
It's kind of hard to really tell. I haven't played it in a while, so no, not really. It's a fun little game to blow off steam, but can't play it for a very long time. It sort of wears you out after 5 games.
I can't turn the audio up any higher. It's literally on max. Oh, you know what? I could do this.
It's a fun little game to just jump in for like 1 or 2 quick missions after work. And yeah, I mean, they're pretty nasty game-breaking bugs from time to time, but I mean, it's a game. If it's too frustrating, I just step away. And then since it's a live service game, the patches come pretty frequently, so usually whatever major game-breaking issues are fixed fairly quickly. So no, I would say I don't really hate Helldivers.
Yo, Winnie.
I do not hate Helldivers. It's kind of hard to hate.
Yo, Winnie coming in here with the gifted. Can we get some W's for Mr. Winnie? Thank you, King. Winnie with the 2 gifted.
For you, and bullets for you. Everybody gets bullets.
How you doing tonight, Mr. Winnie? Can we get some W's in chat? I got insta-killed on bots like 5 times. I don't know what it even was. I can usually tell when it's the DSS. I swear there's a bug on bots where you just fall over and die. I was going to say I recognize some of these voices from the Sandy Hook witness interviews, but that would be very sick, and I do have limits.
And bullets for you. Everybody gets bullets.
My pal Thick is streaming. I'm doing good, pal. Good to hear, Mr. Winnie. Also, thank you, Stevie. I see your message.
Like the roller coaster, like the updates going up and down and whatnot. Compared to other experiences of like 4-player co-op games that I've played, like I've played Darktide, I've played Vermintide, I played the Aliens like Fireteam game. That was a weird one with like overall, it's one of the better ones, I'll be honest. But overall, my experience is great. So yeah, I don't hate the game. I have quips about it. I have like, you know, opinions.
Vermintide's decent. Yeah, Helldivers is perchance better than Darktide. I never played Fireteam Aliens, but if someone asked me if they should buy Helldivers or Darktide, I would tell them no to both. I'm just saying.
And but you know what any good gamer wouldn't have like opinions for the games they love, right?
No, it's not hate. I enjoy Helldivers as a game. I enjoy it as a franchise. I think the better way to put it is I'm pretty much done of not everything there is in the game. I've been playing the game for a very long time, since first week launch, so I've been there. And you know when the adverts say, you know, were you there? And all that, I was there. I was there for pretty much everything. So, do I hate it? No, I don't think anyone could play something for so long consistently and hate it. But am I tired of the current content? I think so. I think we're at a place where I'm waiting for new content most of the time, and I do jump in from time to time to keep my skills up, to join randoms, to play my friends, but
Oh, there's no way I hate this game. It's more like, I think I like it as a form of a non-tryhardy way to just have a good time with my friends. And that's why I don't play a lot of it, and I only get on when there's like 2 other people in my friend group that wants to play. And that's like the only time that I hop on this game. If I were to say something bad about Helldivers, it's probably the amount of time it takes to like actually get stuff in this game.
I'm not actively playing to progress anymore. So I do like Helldivers, I've just seen it all. So it's in a state where I'm not fussed about anything that happens in the game, really.
Every time I see something new and cool, and I try to unlock them, by the time I'm done with it, there's already something new and cooler, and I always kind of feel bad about this. That's about the only thing I don't like about this game. But game is cool, for the most part. It's something new and cooler, and I always kind of feel bad about this. With it. Every time I see something new and cool, and I try to unlock them, by the time I'm done with it, there's already something new and cooler, and I always kind of feel bad about this. That's about the only thing I don't like about this game. But game is cool, for the most part.
You hate Helldivers? Absolutely not. But I don't play the game like a daily job. I only usually play Helldivers when I'm playing with friends. You know, whenever they invite me, I will just hop on and play. I actually don't go joining pubs or playing it solo.
No, I don't hate Helldivers. I think it's just been mishandled. That's really all I have to say about that. It's grinding. That's it. I don't want to feel obligated to play the game. And it kind of feels like when people are in the mood, that's all they're in the mood for, you know?
No, I don't hate Helldivers. I think sometimes I do get a little annoyed at how the devs kind of treat their patches, but no, I don't hate Helldivers. Yeah, I played like way back when the game first opened up, and I still remember when, you know, the quote-unquote meta was Breaker Railgun, and you know, that was at the time, that was kind of like really what only kind of worked out, and of course they specifically targeted those weapons at the time. And you know, and as time goes on, people kind of knows that there's kind of things they kind of change without really letting us know. Some of it, like, they can't really foresee maybe their bugs or whatnot, and then others is intentional. I think thinking about it, I don't like that there's inconsistencies with how they might handle certain things, and it always seems like it changes. But in terms of gameplay, generally I have a fun time. I'm sure some of it is because I tend to play with some of my buddies, and we always have a great time. But
do you hate Helldivers? Well, that's never have. I don't think I ever will. I don't think I'm one of those guys who has a pretty. I don't necessarily have a hardcore relationship, but I've put in, you know, triple digits into the names. Obviously, it must. You know what? But I don't think a game like Helldivers is worth hating, even if something displeases you. I've never found that a constructive use of my energy. And so if, you know, I may fall out of love with Helldivers, maybe, in the future, but no, I would never hate it. I think I don't think it's worth hating. What do you think of the community, especially in respect to the person who lost their job and such? Okay, so this looks like something I may not be in the loop about.
What I think about the community, in respect to the people who lost their jobs and such, I don't understand who lost their job.
I'm not familiar with that one. Who lost their job?
The person who lost their job, is this the guy who did that challenge to the developers and then he got doxxed?
I was very disappointed when I heard about that. That was pretty bad. I did hear about that roughly, if I remember correctly. It was the guy that proposed the challenge to the devs, right? You know, to challenge the devs to use underutilized weapons, and he was going to donate. If I understood correctly, he was also going to donate to charity. So, not really sure what up with that. Like, from what I heard, I thought they were the same person. Like, that was already bad enough, but considering that it was only the suggesting to play D10 and was going to donate $1,000 to charity, like, what?
Oh yeah, I heard briefly about that one.
Oh, that incident. Okay, yeah. No, actually, now that you've refreshed me on that, yeah, there was they laid out a whole challenge and everything, and they got doxxed. Oh, look,
it was pretty stupid, frankly, and that shouldn't have happened in the first place.
That's a community problem. That's the worst part of this community. They can get very defensive about the game. They can get very aggressive about the game.
The community definitely took a nosedive. I think even before then, but that was really a low point. You know, just to dox someone and make them lose their job over what was...
Oh, the dono's not going to read. Charles, thank you for the $2. Appreciate it. Are they? Yes, they are. They are listening. Rewarding success at a challenge is different from holding money hostage. Bro, if you went on Reddit and you said they're withholding money from a charity, they're basically trying to bully the devs, you should literally just not try to think that way in the future. Like, that's a very toxic way to look at the situation. Like, that is the worst faith interpretation possible. It's degenerate behavior to think that way. It's just pretty much that simple.
It's really supposed to kind of be a fun challenge, highlighting, you know, some issues with the game.
Like, yes, the person was challenging the devs to actually like play on a Div 10, but he was doing it not out of spite, but for concern for a game he loved.
Yeah, see, that kind of behavior is disgusting.
He didn't even need to clarify that he was going to donate either way. That doesn't matter. Yo, Charles, with the $2, take your meds ass interpretation. Yeah, it's the worst faith interpretation and a straw man as well. Like, anybody who views it that way painted that guy as some asshole on Unfiltered, or someone like, they just assumed that that person hated the game and they just wanted to humiliate the devs. Like, they literally strawmanned him. Yo, Thrax, they're in my Discord in the YouTube channel. It's just the worst faith interpretation as possible. If you just take his original thread at face value and what was in the original post and not any of the comments below, you had the worst faith interpretation possible. If you said he's threatening to withhold charity money, he's weaponizing charity to bully the devs, that's literally the worst faith interpretation possible. That's Reddit behavior. Yeah, it's the most cynical way that you could view that situation. From my memory, not pile stats, Shams. Even though Arrowhead didn't officially accept, the devs should have said something, but there wasn't an obligation. Yeah, it's like, bro, when Shams saw that thread, he literally went in Discord. I mean, whatever, he's not knowledgeable on the game, whatever. He literally went on Discord and said, hey, can you guys help me identify my loadout so I can go try this challenge? The people you're defending, I'm not talking about the guy who doxed him. I'm talking about the dozens of comments below and on Discord. I saw a bunch of people in the main Discord saying, oh, he's weaponizing charity to bully the devs. Like, I'm not talking about the guy who doxed him. I'm talking about the people who said he's weaponizing charity. The devs didn't view it that way. Shams didn't view it that way. So you're making shit up to defend people who didn't even see themselves as victims in that situation. Yeah, Shams saw the post and he was in Discord talking about trying it. So you're literally defending someone. Like, bro, like, I hope you guys realize that I think the Glazers are worse than Arrowhead. Like, you guys are legitimately worse. You guys defend things that the devs themselves wouldn't defend. I brought this up earlier with the Flesh Mob weak point. Do you think the devs were happy that they released an enemy without weak points in a game that's about shooting weak points? Do you think the devs were happy with the launch of the Flesh Mob? Do you think they're happy that the Flesh Mob can walk through walls right now? The answer to that is no, they're not. Because they are people with pride in their work. You're defending things. It's like people who say cultural appropriation, and then there's that one YouTube video of that guy who, like, he'll put on like a sombrero and he'll like dress up like a Mexican, and then he goes and asks college students if it's cultural appropriation and they say yes. And then he goes to Mexico and asks that, and they say, no, your outfit's cool. I love it. Like, it's like that. Unironically, the people who threw a tantrum prevented money from going to charity because they acted like a bunch of degenerate psychopaths. Knowing those same people still play Helldivers is one of the biggest things that made me leave. The devs are so in touch and involved with the community that when the challenge went sour, they did nothing. That shit was tragic. The Glazers are cynics. Criticism's pointless. Eat the crumbs and shut up. I can't stand awful people.
Disgusting. I think it's stupid that he lost his job because of something that was fun online.
Hi, Rivius.
Ridiculous.
He's out there just trying to enjoy the game and make it better. So, I mean, that interaction kind of made me pull away from just, you know,
What up,
keeping up with
grunge?
the community and all that. Because before then, I mean, I was pretty much just keeping up with anything that happened. You know, I'd be on the Helldivers Reddit, just like scrolling through, you know, just looking at the things that people post, funny memes, haha. But I mean, nowadays I don't really look at it.
From what I've seen in the past,
I agree, Craven.
Same people burning photos of Odo on Reddit.
Yeah, and it's the same people doing weird shit, like burning pictures of Odo and making a tag, Odo's a terrorist. Like, it's the same people, bro. Like, don't let random motherfuckers online moral police you. Because, like, go look at their hardcore subreddits. They have a tag. Every post you make, you can have a tag under your name that says Odo's a terrorist. Those are the same people moral policing you, bro. People tried to say that about my Maxi Gun El Salvador prison video. They tried to say that I was like so evil for joking about a El Salvadorian prison. There's actual human rights violations there. You know what? I scrolled down in their comments, and you know what else I saw them say? They said it wasn't even funny either. He should have gone all the way with the joke and said that the Maxi Gun was worse than the prison. You know what that tells me? That tells me you weren't offended by the joke at all. You're full of shit. And you're just trying to moral police me on a moral you don't even have. You're fucking full of shit, bro. And it's over something stupid as a fucking joke. You ever go to a comedy club, bro? They joke about way worse shit. I'm offended by your face, which is why I stay here. I would pay 10,000 USD to watch the devs play D10 without meta loadouts, only using mediocre or bad warbonds and gear. Personally, I thought the El Salvador thing was cringe, but yeah, it was cringe. It was cringe online YouTube humor. If it wasn't your cup of tea, it wasn't your cup of tea. But to sit there and be like, oh, Thick Fillet's this bad guy because he made a joke about a human's right. Bro, it was in fucking Helldivers. Helldivers is allowed to satire that shit, but I'm not. Yeah, it was cringe. There's that fucking video. Is Plant Guy worse than Epstein? I saw that video and I was like, I just want to do that. It's cringe fucking YouTube humor. That's all it is. I'm offended by your raw sexual energy. What did I miss? What's up, Huzenga? They did. I still remember seeing Mitch try to shoot a Hawkeye with a reprimand and Peacemaker. What's up, Jack DeRipper? DeReaper? Have a good night, Anthony. Who's Tanner Lindbergh? I would love to see you pick a Glaze Diver for a debate video. Would be so funny. Dark humor is the best humor. I wonder if Hawkeyes are medium pen on dev builds. Gamers now weren't forged in the fires of a 2010 COD lobby. I saw Mitch drop a 500k on his whole team at Extract. Yeah, exactly, Jumped Eagle, exactly. People are so obsessed with what others are doing or saying online, then wonder why they're miserable. Debate against Kai? What do you want us to debate? Louis CK is the GOAT, and he dark AF. Yeah, well, you know, maybe he shouldn't have jerked off in front of those women.
That's right. I generally, I think it's generally a good idea to stay away from the community outside of the game itself. The few times I've played with other players in game, right? They are very nice. They are team players, very nice, and very competent. Outside the game itself, right? The other community, right? Is arguably one of the worst communities out there.
Yeah. Again, this is the
Yeah, I like Shane Gillis. Shane Gillis is funny as fuck.
sort of divide you get between a fan base who's turbo passionate about something and the actual player population, which is usually is a pretty big gap. Even like the most popular
What's up, Yaceris?
franchises have the same. The people who are online and super loud about their opinions are usually not representing the greater sentiment of the player.
I like the Chappelle Show more than his stand-up. His stand-up's alright, but the Chappelle Show was funny as fuck. Reddit's just an echo chamber and they shut out different opinions. Odds of Gears of War crossover. I think it's lower than now. So I think last year, PlayStation and Xbox were willing to allow their IPs on each other's thing. But then it seemed like they're pushing more for exclusivity again. So I don't think a Gears crossover is like going to be a thing anymore. Yeah, Cat Williams is pretty funny. Ricky Gervais is decent. Norm Macdonald and Adam Egget partnership with the long-running Holocaust bit is the best. I don't know who Adam Egget is. Chappelle's my goat. I don't give a fuck if it's the show or stand-up. That man makes me LMAO start to finish. Gears of War would probably fit into Helldivers. E-Day will be on PC a little later down the line, but Xbox has always put stuff on PC. I'm talking about Xbox versus PlayStation.
For most people who just play the game and they never interact with the subreddit or the Discord or any other like Facebook or Twitter, I think they have a generally better opinion of the game, or at least their complaints are more minor and more grounded in the sort of, I think that this enemy is kind of bullshit, or I think this weapon is underpowered, I think it needs a buff, but not to the point of I think the developers can never make anything good ever again, or they are just out to get us all the time. They are reading too much into a lot of things.
It's just non-stop negativity, and it's not to say that there's no basis for it. I mean, there's definitely some good points brought up, but it's like it feels like Arrowhead can't do anything without the community trying to it's like the community is just at their throats at all times for every little thing, even if it's like an honest mistake.
This is peak toxic game.
Name one honest mistake. They said they passed on the Nuln Oil criticism, but I doubt it'll change before release. Everything needs to go through James Workshop's strict-ass opinions.
Gaming community at
Well, how did they get the first one through, bro?
its finest, I think. Like, a lot of people who sort of blow things out of proportion in the name of constructive feedback, I think it's something that like a lot of communities with fan bases who are passionate enough will have to kind of reckon with. It sucks, it just I would
Wait, what'd he say?
In the name of constructive feedback, I think it's something that like a lot of communities with fan bases who are passionate enough will have to kind of reckon with. It sucks, it just, I wouldn't say it's uniquely bad to video games, but it's up there. I think it is something that gaming as a whole has sort of veered towards because, engagement, like people are all about engagement and feeling like they're correct.
They seem to be under mob mentality. It feels like they don't like to experiment with loadouts because they seem to adhere to the opinions of YouTubers a lot. Like, I see people worship the termite, for example, the termite grenade. They worship, always bring it around, never use any other grenade. And then it feels like they never explore any other options, and therefore they don't have experience actually using those options. Especially when Helldivers is a game solely about tailoring, customizing your loadout to fit the situation. And it feels like way too many people are trying to chase the meta when they forget that this is a 4-player co-op game, right? And you have other teammates to rely. So you do not always have to go full solo Helldiver, super self-sufficient, thermite, eruptor, explosive crossbows, Quasar, or supply backpack even.
are there like issues with some of the stratagems and weapons, like the balancing? Yes, but like people in the online community.
Yo, this guy, he put B-roll of the pummeler when he said, are there issues with some of the weapons? Yo, this guy, go like his video just for that. Homie side, my goat. That's some good B-roll for this part. That's some good B-roll. Go like his video just for that. Actual homie side. Guys, I'm gonna check in every 2 weeks to see how we're doing on the game. Guess I'm blowing that one out of proportion as well.
Especially with discourse, are far too negative for their own good. Because like, yes, again, there are issues with the game, and there are issues with like Arrowhead making some decision. But overall, like, it's not the end of the world. Like, so I think the community overall has to like actually take responsibility for actually doxing and getting that guy's job, like, you know, lost. Like, for all I know, like, he was just a decent guy who was like just looking to play the game, and somehow he got outed, which frankly, again, was pretty stupid and it was pretty dumb.
And which part of the player base did that?
And bullets for you. Everybody gets bullets.
There used to be a Yodobby with the Throbby, thank you for the 5 gifted, from time to time. But this belongs to the past now. And we must move forward without him.
Yeah, Dobby with the Throbby is over, Helldivers. It is what it is. His time has come. We will forever miss him. Yo, Charles with the 10 gifted, though. Yo, Joe Biden got a gifted. Yo, let's get some W's in chat. First of all, thank you to Watchdog for the 14 months, and Charles, thank you for the 10 gifties. Let's get some big W's. 10 gifted is huge.
And bullets for you. Everybody gets bullets.
Look at all our members, bro. We got so many members. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dobby's time has come, and so did he. Quasar's far from meta.
Overall,
I think it just shows that there are some really messed up people out there that will go to any lengths just to mess with people. It's not necessarily because of the game. It's just there are some shitty people out in the world.
I think that there's a lot of people in the community who have lost the plot. There's a lot of people who have very valid criticisms about the game from a technical perspective, from a game service perspective, but at the same time there's a lot of people who are making what I feel are very spurious complaints about difficulty, balancing decisions. Sometimes it really is a technical challenge.
Yo, Eisenhammer.
Even if I don't play Slop Divers anymore. Only way I am coming back is after a year or 2 of W updated / changes. Not gonna happen, lol.
Yo, Eisenhammer, thank you for the 5, bro. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna take some allergy meds, bro. Yo, Eisenhammer, how you doing, King? Good to see you, as always. Thank you, thank you. W's all around. Holy recoil. Bro, y'all remember when you were a little kid and your dad had the craziest sneeze of all time? You guys remember that? I'm good, but black pilled on the HD2 situation.
I'm not familiar with game development, but my understanding is this is not a modern game engine. It's got a lot of things clutched together. I'm willing to give more leeway to the developers on that front.
Yeah, since I'm not familiar with the drama surrounding this game, but I do know a bit about software engineering in general, but not specifically game development. And what I think is how they want to represent the game to the player base and the public is it has nothing to do with the actual people that do development. I mean, for the size of AAA studios, there's like thousands of people working on the same game. There's no way all of them are on the same page about how a game is going to turn out, right? There's always a group of people that have a better say in how it turns out. Balancing and stuff is mostly the job of one team of people, product managers and people, are the actual people that have a say in the balancing and stuff. And so what I'm trying to say is, the community is probably mostly just venting, right? Because there is no way one game is best for everybody, right? That's just not gonna happen. So doing things out of spite is never a good choice.
That's true. I agree with that guy.
Really tight knit, though there is a side to it that's very toxic. So it's kind of like a catch-22. It's like one side it's fantastic, it's funny, it brings everyone together, and the other side it's, I don't know, sweaty, I
When you play the Game of Thrones, you either win or you die.
guess you could say. Like they try too hard, they're too aggressive.
I was pretty in with the social media around the Halo fan base, and by God, Helldivers does not hold a candle to it in terms of the kind of things that they get up to.
At maybe 7 years old, I was able to gather this information from the giant fucking crater, you stupid bitch. I'm glad Halo Campaign Evolved shows us how violently Master Chief's escape pod crashed into Alpha Halo, since Combat Evolved didn't.
Up to.
It's not letting me fucking go back frames, bro. Oh yeah, it is.
In terms of the kind of things that they get up to. But I think it's a similar sentiment. People will play the way they want to play, and unless they're...
Saw someone mention how I keep mentioning I don't play. Damn right I do. And neither does my once 160 plus strong clan. It's
Thank you.
BS, I hope R learns from it.
Thank you, Guida. Eisenhammer with another 5. Saw someone mention how I keep mentioning I don't play. Damn right I do, and neither does my 160 plus strong clan. It's BS. I hope Arrowhead learns from it. Like, here's the thing, bro. You gotta understand, people are mad because they had a bunch of friends they played the game with, and now none of their friends play the game anymore, and that's why they're mad. Hi, Third Eye. The Marines who obviously had been violently ejected from the craft. The real divide isn't Glazer or Crier. It's actually gamer and gamer. But I'm a gamer. That cutscene that dude was glazing is horrible. Marines fly out of the pod in the funniest way possible. It looks like a Monty Python skit.
To be fair, Halo players have been kicked in the balls over and over for about 10 years now.
Charles, thank you for another 5 as well. Can we get some W's in chat, please? Yeah. I think there's an overlap with Halo players and Helldiver players, honestly. I think there is. And Destiny. I think there's an overlap with Halo and Destiny. There's just an overlap with Bungie. That's what it is. My face when I'm a gamer from the Elder Scrolls.
They go online and actively seek the voices on social media out about it. I think it's something that most people will kind of not know about. I would go out there and probably reckon that a lot of the Helldivers who Helldive, they're not aware of all this nonsense that goes on in social media.
I don't really pay attention to the wider community. I know that there's like
have a good night, Red.
2 main portions of it. People that like will glaze the game and Arrowhead no matter what, and people who will dump on the game and hate on Arrowhead no matter what. I don't really interact with any community. I think they're inherently toxic, and I don't think this game is very different in that regard.
I still believe that Arrowhead doesn't deserve as much criticism on some parts, and I definitely do not think that the community should be so hostile to one another to the point of separating into different communities and getting on each other's nerves by saying things like Glaze Diver Hellwire, etc. I think it's not healthy for the community to be attacking itself, really. We're all Helldivers. We're all here, we all enjoyed the game to a degree, I would assume, because you wouldn't be playing this game if you didn't like it. That's pretty much it.
What makes you continue to play Helldivers, or in this case, not? Let me think for a moment.
The memes.
So where did he find these guys?
It's got some really good updates. It's got a solid core gameplay. You can jump on, play it for half an hour, and then go do what you got to do for the rest of your day.
Not just Halo
yeah.
or D2. Whole games industry is just hell-bent on doing anything, even destroying their company, rather than listen to their customers.
Yo, Eisenhammer, thank you for the 5. Not just Halo or D2. Whole games industry's hell-bent on doing anything, even destroying their company, rather than listening to their customers. Do you guys agree or disagree with Eisenhammer? I think a lot of companies, most companies, just want to sell slop and make a bunch of money. It's pretty much that simple.
It's a good, quick punch-in, punch-out game.
I mean, I would say what makes me keep playing Helldivers is really just how easy it is to pick up and drop. Yeah, you could just go in and just like play through multiple D10 operations non-stop, but it's, as someone who is fully employed and just doesn't really have time for anything anymore, it's a really good casual game where you just drop in, shoot the shit with your friends, and then just get back to 30-40 minutes.
What makes you continue to play Helldivers?
What about Helldivers 2 even allows people to call it a milsim?
Nothing. Just the devs. Just the devs want to attract the milsim audience, apparently. Yo, thank you, Will. Thank you, Will, for the 5. Appreciate you, King. And Charles with the cough. Ubisoft cough. Where's our monetization director of Ubisoft? Game devs' vision and what players want are often aligned. Or often not aligned. Who's making more money, Windrose or Ask Creed Shadows? Windrose might have made more money low-key. Assassin's Creed Shadows generated $370 million in revenue. But their budget was very high. Windrose only made 30 million? I thought Windrose, like, how many players did Windrose have? I thought Windrose had, like, how much is Windrose? They had 220k peak players. Windrose is pretty fun. I did not like it the first day I played it. Windrose got 2 million players at least. Is this a PC only game? Oh, Windrose was like $20. Yeah, but if they only generated 30 million, they sold 1 million copies. They sold 2 million copies. But I guess it was only $20, huh? Remember Corpo Journos be lying out their asses, and that's who AI Summary gets her info from. Ubisoft didn't disclose it. Company reports state the title achieved the second highest day one sales in the franchise history and exceeded total net booking expectations for the quarter. Bro, how did this game even sell this much? They generated 567 million in the quarter that it came out. So they didn't post the actual sales of Shadows. They posted how much they generated in the quarter. Brand recognition?
Also, people act like it's impossible for Arrowhead, or other companies for that matter, to lie to you.
Also, didn't Ubisoft fucking do a bunch of layoffs and get sold off right after Ask Creed Shadows came out? Are they just fucking money laundering? Like, what the fuck? Dude, Dark Will with another 5. Also, people act like it's impossible for Arrowhead, or other companies for that matter, to lie to you. They do be acting like that. I reinstalled a bunch of shit with when my graphics card broke. And now my browser has these noises, but I kind of like them. Remember The Division? That game sold so incredibly well. Ubisoft had no problem publishing sales figures back in 2016. Sweet little eyes for sweet summer children. I grew up playing BO2 and World at War. The thing that shocks me is that there are objectively bad guns, bugs, and balance changes that make no sense, and people still find a way to defend it. I also believe they misconstrued statistics to the shareholders. Didn't they literally fire a bunch of people and then get sold to Tencent? Like right after Shadows came out? I think I'm done with live service. HT2 was the last good one, and the updates largely sucked the last 2 years. Ubi's been laying people off for years. Who hasn't sold out to Tencent? Anyone who sold out to EA? Or who else? That's just corpo speak. They laid people off and got sold to another company because AC Shadows did so well, Mr. Thick.
I think this speaks to the ability of Helldivers to cater to a bunch of different play styles or like sort of commitments. I think that's just the mark of a good service game.
Seth, you can't post links in chat. I didn't even see it.
A game that
Hi, Lab.
caters to different modes of play. You got like really short missions, like short form stuff that you can just jump in, hit about 10 minutes, done. Or if you really want to commit, you've got other modes now that you can take up to the full half an hour to sort of get through. And so for me, I used to be, day in, day out for a while. And obviously, I diversified that. I'm more of a variety gamer, right? I don't sort of dedicate my time to one game.
Yo, what fucking song is in the background right now? This shit goes hard.
Game forever. And Helldivers eventually stopped being that game.
What's this video? This guy hopped in game and asked 9 different players, do you hate Helldivers? And some follow-up questions.
What makes me want to play Helldivers? I still think it's a really good game to play with friends. Like, whether it's just one buddy, 2 buddies, or a full party of 4 Helldivers.
Halo?
It's a fun game to play with your buddies.
What's up, Gobi? What's up, Noble?
Games that kind of offers the same experience as Helldivers, like with your buddies. It's a great time.
I think the reason that I continue playing Helldivers would be that my friends are still playing it, and I think Helldivers is not really the point for me, in a way. It's just an interesting enough way to help me spend some time with my friends.
The fact that my closest friend and family not only play the game, but we also have a lot of...
Bro, my cat's laying on my bed and he looks so fluffy. had to disturb him. What's up, Ricky?
But if I didn't enjoy playing the game, why would I continue playing it? That's basically like making yourself do a chore that you had the option not to do because you didn't like it.
Yeah, I'd say it's more of a game that I like to play with friends, because, you know, playing by yourself's okay, but playing with friends is way funnier.
Mostly my friends. It's a co-op game, so friends are a really big factor in what pushed me to keep playing Helldivers. Another thing is I'm actually do enjoy looking forward to what kind of weapons they introduce in new Warbones.
As long as Helldivers is a game that has, I guess if it offers new stuff for my friends to play with, I guess I'll still be playing it, but if it doesn't, then I'll probably stop playing. Yeah.
I don't think I'd play this game solo necessarily, though. I feel like it's because even, you know, when you play something a lot, you kind of do get a small bit of burnout, so I try to take this game in paces so I can keep enjoying it.
But, you know, I put in a couple of sessions over the last couple of weeks. You know, I may not necessarily even, you know, show up to the group session. You know, I wish I could probably do that more often, but sometimes time schedules prevent that. But there's something really good about a game that lets you jump in and, you know, get a really satisfying 10-minute session, or I can spend a couple of hours if I really want to.
9 people whose answers he liked. How many he didn't?
I don't think it's that deep, Lilith. Lilith, thank you for the dono. Can we get some W's in chat, please?
Admit it's two things that make me want to really continue playing Helldivers. One, it's the gameplay loop. The gameplay loop is pretty much my ideal game. I think it's a good mix of arcade style, jump in, start pulling the trigger, blow enemies up, blow buildings up, kill bugs, kill zombies, anything you want to do. It's just, if you have something like a military space, you could probably imagine the scenario here. And it's not super realistic. It's not like Arma or...
I know what happened. Helldivers got bigger than expected, so I hired a consultant, who happened to be a CIA plant, who saw that Helldivers players stood up to Sony and the government decided we were too powerful, united, and needed to divide us.
Fuck, I was muted! God damn it. God damn it. Yo, Charles with the 50. I'm like fake reacting now. I already did the real react. Bro, throw up some huge W's for Mr. Charles. Thank you for the fucking $50 dono, bro. I appreciate you. I know what happened. Helldivers got bigger than expected, so I hired a consultant who happened to be a CIA who saw that Helldivers players stood up to Sony and the government decided we were too powerful, united, and needed to divide us. Charles, thank you for the 50. I enjoy your conspiracy theories. I think he's right, chat. I think he's right. I think he's right. The FBI was the FBI was watching. Imagine getting censored live. That's because I was blowing my nose. I picked up my cat and my allergies went ham again. I'm allergic to my own cat. Yeah, it's the only thing that makes sense, bro. We were getting too powerful, bro. We actually got Sony to back off of something, and they've been mad at us ever since.
You know, Hell let loose levels of stimulation. At the same time, you can pull off insane shenanigans. Like you can just run through a horde with a shotgun if you were good enough. And it's a good mix of that fantasy and reality. I think it's a good blend.
I think I got the most excited when we invaded Cyberstan with fought Cyborgs. Cyborgs that charge at you are actually weak to light pen. Even their box engines are weak to light pen and tactics. And they introduce a very different dynamic to Thought Faction. And I really enjoy whenever something new like that happens.
I don't know. It's just every time I boot
Isn't that the guy with like 80 hours? What's he talking about Cyberstan?
up the game, it feels like it runs worse. And they haven't focused on making the game actually like they haven't focused on developing the game part of the game. They've been focusing on like content, if that makes sense. Like where we're standing, Cyberstan is a great example.
Look at it.
It came out buggy as hell, and it was just like a drag. It wasn't exactly like fun to play here, and you felt obligated because of the MO. I don't know.
There was just a little too many Vox engines, bro.
And to end off this like little interview, speaking to the other Helldiver.
There was just a little too many Vox engines. They should have just lowered the spawn rate. Think about this video, then think about how many people quit when they didn't get the opinions of. I have allergy meds. In my opinion, there weren't enough. Don't bless him. He will mute himself again. This is so sad. Really sad. Yeah, I agree. This is sad.
Out there, don't be too negative. You know, like there's a lot of stuff happening right now. Things are going seemingly down stuff, but like if you keep going on about the negatives, you'll see nothing but negative. So keep your head up, you know.
Please temper your expectations on the game itself. People are really excited for the game. People really want this game to excel, but please give realistic expectations in regards to the development game, because again, 200 people studio,
Helldivers needs a Crowcat style video.
Compared to us.
Yo, eyes. Oh wait, sorry, Dark Will. Sorry, I can't actually see the names. And you both have paper clips. Dark Will with the $2. Helldivers needs a Crowcat style video. I don't even know who that is. Thank you for the $2. Can we get some W's from Mr. Dark Will? Warstrider spawned too much on Cyberstan? No, it's sad watching you finally perceive an opinion about the game that isn't directly from your curated echo chamber. Yeah, I agree with you. It is sad. That video from the other day, Helldivers 2 is the shittiest 10 out of 10 I ever played. I have that one pulled up. No, I don't know, Crowcat.
Bigger studios. That's all I have to say. The game is still good, by the way.
I guess to anyone watching the videos, don't take it that seriously. It is a game. You're supposed to have fun, you know, coming from much more toxic games. If you're not having fun, just step away. No one's forcing you to play, you know. And everyone wants to play
Crowcat vid, please.
So just have fun, and if you're not having fun, just go have fun with something else.
Raising your own blood pressure over things that probably isn't worth raising is maybe not the best way to live. I'd say obviously it's good to have a passion about this game. This game kind of rules, right? And you know, everyone wants to see it better. No one goes out of their way to make a bad video game.
Okay, people do go out of their way to make bad video games. Bro, you know, a lot of us, our mental health isn't tied to the success or failure of a video game. And we can still get mad at it. And it's fine. We're fine, guys. We're fine. This is such like I don't know the right word for this. I don't know if it's straw man. I feel like people people just see someone complaining online and then they're like, "Oh my God, they're just so mad." It's like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. I meant at least for him to make a vid on it, Sony would have to do something from the attention and algo pull he has. Everyone who still likes the game are not level 150. Don't know what that means, but I've noticed. Yeah, the more hours you have in Helldiver, the lower the review score is. They're basically saying lower your expectations in this video. I said that shit a while ago too, bro. Is that for some reason Glazers are like, yeah, they're just a small studio. They can't actually do better. They don't know my mental health improves if I get my daily dose of Arrowhead hating. My mental health isn't tied to the success of a video game. It's tied to the mental health of my homies. But that's not good either, Dead Snake. It's got to come from within. Nobody else is actually mad, disappointed maybe, but mad. Nah, some people are mad.
Well, yeah, most people don't go out of their way to...
Bro, some of our expectations are, if you're gonna say you're gonna do if you're gonna say you're gonna communicate bi-weekly, then you should follow through on that.
Happening tonight, gamer?
Hell nah. Yo, Darkwell, thank you for $2 more. Can we get some W's? I'm not gaming till the Warhammer Warbond comes out. We're gonna paint a mini before that. I got my Dread Knight on deck. Okay. We're gonna be painting minis before gaming. If Arrowhead learned a lesson since the first year of the game, then every single thing that has happened since then has been easily predictable and avoidable. Yeah, they didn't have Beast Boss on a Squigosaur. I hope you paint it better than Arrowhead Heavy Warhammer Warbond. Well, I think you should lower your expectations, Gab. I'm gonna be real. While I appreciate this guy trying to make this video, I feel he cherry-picked like crazy to find people like this. I mean, it could just be random people.
Off of our bad decisions. Bet that the hyena would have dog shit Ergo based on the DCS.
Yo, Charles made $20. Let's go. Who you fucking bet someone that? Pyle's not following through his low integrity. Honestly, so I could just be making this up. I feel like Pilestat got in trouble with Sony for doing that AMA because that was a PR fucking shit show. And he even said that at the start that, didn't he say that in his original AMA post that he didn't even know if he was allowed to do it, but he just did it anyway? However, with that being said, what is low integrity is he said he passed it on to the community team and he didn't even make sure that the community team did a post every 2 weeks. He said it was borderline breach of contract.
Make a bad video game. They don't intentionally do it. And when they stumble, they're not happy about it. They're probably just as upset about it as the players are, right? But yeah, I mean, hold on to that passion, but
Hi, Appa.
Yeah, keep a level head at the same time.
If you want make a vid like this, I am confident I can get old clan members who quit to hop back on purely for an interview with you.
Eisenhammer, if I made a video like this, I would just join completely random lobbies. That's how I do things. Random. I wouldn't get any group of people to show any sort of bias. It would just be random. Thank you for the $5, Eisenhammer. Wow, someone somewhere in Arrowhead is blocking communication or it's purposefully spreading wrong info. It's crazy. Talking with your community is breach of contract. Well, when you talk with your community the way Arrowhead does, it's not that crazy. Do you have a big Steam friend list? I would just hop into completely random games, bro.
With a live service game, no matter how perfect you are bound to make a misstep or two, or a couple. But they're trying their best.
What about 50 missteps on into a minefield and you know the location of all the mines?
Please don't. You know, there's no reason. You're not going to get anything done by actively bashing on the devs. You know, there's one thing like giving an act like, you know,
That's
some
true,
kind of
Eisenhammer.
criticism, and then going out there to like just kind of say, oh yeah, you're just ruining the game. You're making it shit.
I think.
I would stream it.
Just not overthink things. Just have fun with the game. Like, is it really that big of a deal? Yeah, it's probably, but.
Do a gambling stream for the stats of the new WB.
Yo, Charles with the $2. Do a gambling stream. We'll probably just do a bingo board. Charles, thank you for the $2. That's cool if they sacrifice the in order to their ego. Might give people an idea how much do they care about the game, and maybe next time people won't try to believe other devs full of shit. Bashing the dev when they're actively lying to you is legit. Don't question product, just consume and get excited for next product. Thank you, 9 Hour, for the suggestino.
It doesn't stop you from playing the game. Like, just.
What's up,
play the
Mr.
game,
Movie
goddammit.
Reels?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yep, got you.
Like, despite people's toxic interactions amongst each other, I think a lot of the concerns people have regarding to development are valid.
I think, yeah, just don't go too deep into it. Just have fun. Play the game. Just don't get people fired.
You know, I could be sitting here in a year.
Bro, the music is too loud, brother.
And I still say, you know, for the foreseeable future, I'm still going to be playing Helldivers 2. I still love the game. I'm just not super active anymore. I follow the events as they happen. I do my part. And that's all good. That's all you have to do.
All right, well, that was a good video. Ooh, look at this video. We've heard your feedback and are listening. Anyways, this was a good video. I like this format a lot, actually.
Consume Warbond and get excited for next Warbond.
Yo, Eisenhammer with the 2. Consume Warbond. Get excited for next Warbond. Hell yeah. I feel like I've watched a video from Homicide before. I feel like, was this the guy who made the OS, the suppressors are working and they just weren't? Oh yeah, I think he was. It was these ones. Anyways, this is a good video though. Show the cat tree setup. It's just a cheap cat tree from Walmart. That's it. I'm already excited for any next Warbond. Almost 4 months, bruh. EPG has a cool animation about a laser minigun. Please check it out. All right, bet. Crow B-Cat next time. How long have you had your cat? 6 years. This would be fucking sick, honestly. Yeah, this would have been way cooler. Oh, I already liked it. Yeah, I already seen this. Yeah, this would be fucking sick. And the sound design was really good. Yeah, EPG is cool as hell. Yo, what's up, Delta? All right, chat. The worst 10 out of 10 game I ever played.
What the hell's going on with Helldivers?
Okay, this seems like a video. We could turn the volume boost back off.
It's like fireworks in here with all this discourse. Like, seriously? Overwhelming negative again? It can't be that bad.
What a freeze frame. Is it negative again? Why this time? No, it's very positive now. Ooh. Oh, this video's old, isn't it? No, this video's 4 days ago. Well, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Maybe he's been making this video for a while and just finally got it out. Bro, where do they even get these reviews from? Oh, this is all time. There's some evidence that suggests Sony might be botting reviews. How's it back at very positive? That boggles my mind. Or just game is fun reviews.
Okay, that was a fluke. We could easily bypass that. Okay, maybe there is some issues, but the game is fun, guys. I swear. What the fuck? Like, I know I haven't been here long enough to know every detail, but some of their actions are more like the lack of. It just doesn't make sense. Like, you made the coolest respawn system just to be incredibly stiff and undrivable. Even if you can move it, good luck, because you just phase through enemies. And why they're putting more content behind a glorified Battle Pass DLC? If it was any other company, there would have been way more backlash. Or maybe there's another force that's making these changes. Alright, let's back up. I know the fire's kinda already settled down, and I do dislike that I'm fanning the flames again, but the majority of you clearly needs a refresh in perspective, because I am one of the new players to the game. I got the game around the time of the Xbox Edition release, which was incredibly fun, and the fact I couldn't get the game on release was torture. But when I got my hands on it, I remember shooting down my first plane out of the sky and just barely skimming lasers near my face. And I do also remember a lot of high-level individuals giving me a war pack. And I'm pretty sure you could kind of guess what happened right after that. But you might be thinking, the Xbox version came out almost a year ago. I did get the game on release, played it for a week, and I just left.
Oh, there's an Xbox player.
I do want to hold off on the why, because I just want to express that I'm just disappointed, because this game is a 10 out of 10. You think this title's clickbait? I think a lot of games should learn from this lightning in the bottle, but either the developers are not handling well or just making egotistical choices. One thing for sure is you guys need to communicate better. The fact that it takes a bunch of people to post videos and be loud enough to be heard just to promise a change shouldn't be done this way. Like, Jesus, do you even play your own game?
What happened to the experimental stratagems we tested months ago? They just disappeared into thin air.
Wasn't that like a Christmas event? I think it was just a Christmas event. Yo, Darius, thank you for the 5.
Here. Like, I know I haven't been here long enough to fully understand the problem with these patches, but I won't deny some of them do raise an eyebrow. Like, why do you keep nerfing weapons that are already kind of weak? Or just reworking creatures from the most annoying way to engage with them? You don't understand. It's what the Glaze Divers would have wanted. I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
That's what Clara would want. I want a jetpack for Max. They make an MO where we steal the tech from the Jet Brigade Hulks.
The fact that the word is an Urban Dictionary is hilarious. And honestly, a little too nice of a label for how much they're destroying the game. But no matter how badly they defend this game, there are some positives. Because this game exuberates detail. And it just feels like a lot of people don't realize that. And I'm a sucker for that. Like the amount of blood you could be covered with if you manage to stay alive long enough. or your cape slowly being destroyed after being thrown around every 23 seconds. And like having a first person view is also kind of crazy because now they have to worry about another layer of details for the guns, especially the right shield. You basically can't aim properly and have to look through a small gap in the shield, yet it's still weirdly accurate. Or when the dust kicks up from a shrieker that almost sliced my head up. And speaking about the enemies, they also feel so alive when you shoot them.
Yeah, bro, I can't believe they put Glaze Diver in a website for slurs and sexual fetishes, bro. That shit's crazy.
Like I'm talking about body parts flying off and crawling with a broken leg, or when some of them just lose their heads and continue moving as if they were still alive. Like the last time I saw this in any horde shooter was like 18 years ago. What are we doing? Like it's so great, you really don't need to kill them. Just cripple them so they won't tag you. And since they're crippled, they probably need a cane to walk and probably start popping Vicodin to handle the pain while they solve medical cases. I have no idea where I'm going with this. Now there's one critique I like to deflect, is that the missions need to be harder. You guys are wrong. The real problem is that the game should spawn in a horde while you're doing the mission, because you'll quickly realize how fast the panic sets in while you're under gunfire. It's also amazing how vast the enemy variety there are, and the gameplay being total opposites depending what enemy you're fighting. Also modifiers that change specific enemies. I finally got to try out the Hulk search, and that was definitely an experience. What the fuck? And one more enemy that I also like in the Illuminates are the arm guys. These guys are pretty well designed because you don't really need a rocket to kill them. If you're a great shot, you could double tap the pilot controlling it. And the funniest thing about it is how they try to protect themselves. It just looks like I just walked into them in the shower.
This is diabolical. You know, I've only ever played Appropriators like probably 4 times. What the fuck are those? Are they even on the map? Already 10 out of 10 video. Imagine slapping your wife's ass and go like, now you go full Glaze Diver. Brother, what? No, mindless masses. Yeah, they don't ever put Appropriators on the map, huh?
So they quickly cover themselves. Now, stratagems are like the coolest shit ever. The fact that you have your own personal airstrike calling system is like the most amazing thing ever. I know I'm repeating myself, but look at this. Nice turret, ass hat. Oh, there's too many camps here? Oh, let me introduce you to my Killer Campinator. Look, I'm not gonna go through each stratagem. This system they have is...
Need a vote from chat. Pick one, A, all those little milsim details, or B, a bug-free, well-optimized, feature-complete game.
You know, that's a tough one because both would be cool. Both would actually just be ideal, but I guess it is what it is. Darkwell, thank you for the 5. Vote, chat, vote.
It's amazing and visually cool, and it has infinite possibilities on what they could create. The problem is that they don't really create more of them. Like the orbital laser, instead of shooting one big laser, create multiple small ones that dance around wherever you throw the flare at. Similar to the fire tornadoes you see on some planets. Or a whole new stratagem around the Falcon, where you can have
Mindless masses, more like shitted asses.
It actually read it. Yo, Charles, thank you for the 5. I can't believe it actually read it. Can we get some W's, please? Can we get some W's in chat, please? Mindless masses, more like shitted asses.
They hover around you as you focus on objective. Obviously, I'm not putting too much thought into it. It's just a cool idea I have. Now, unfortunately, that's where the positive ends. I wish I could say more, but I'll be lying to myself because they honestly have a lot of good ideas, but the implementation is complete dog water. So let's get straight to the point. You guys somehow made the hardest / easiest game ever. First, let's start with why I think this game is easy, because I was going D10 back to back around level 10, my guy. Like I had no upgrades, because all it comes down to is running and diving, and maybe prioritizing targets. Now, I would have failed to mention that
I've been playing too much PoE
before. I was training zombies before I knew how to time out.
I'm finally done with the PoE 2 league, bro. I think I played 600 hours. I'm pretty sure I had 1,000 hours before this league, and now I have 1660. I was also playing too much. I finally stopped.
Don't shoot. But the thing is, I shouldn't be here. The higher difficulties, at least for me, should be something to strive for in these type of games. Now, some of you might be thinking, why not play solo if you're looking for difficulty? Because I'm here to play a co-op game. And in this co-op game,
I
it's
didn't get a
way
mirror.
more fun messing around with others. But this co-op
I keep spending
game has
money
a problem.
crafting and wasting
Now,
it.
people complain in the back of the box, the print saying having overpowered weapons, because a lot of people say it's kind of false advertisement. I'm more or less in the middle, but this section next to it is a lie. The word team with huge quotations. There is no incentive to stay together. So some matches just end up looking like this. And if anyone gets spotted by a patrol, he most likely has all the horde on him and leave us fighting tumbleweed. And the thing is, there is cool co-op things you could do, but I don't even bother bringing those equipment. Like, why waste a slot on a vehicle if 95% of the time no one will use it with me? And even then, why would you? Half of these equipment feels so weak. Actually, let me rephrase that. It's unsatisfying. Don't get me wrong, there are good design weapons, like the anti-material rifle. It can basically one-tap strong units, but it requires good skill to be constantly useful. But the other guns, like the railgun, just underperform. I'm sorry, but this gun should be railing enemies. Like, give the bullet a bigger hitbox. Or the heavy machine gun requires too many bullets to kill one target, and the recoil while crouching or prone like shouldn't exist. And trust me, I know why they're doing this, but it's just creating this weird system where if you want to be useful, you can only bring certain items. For example, if you want to bring a riot shield, if you don't know, it's basically useless. I need to compensate with a 500k bomb and an orbital laser, because I don't want to be completely useless to the team, which leads to the thought, oh, why not bring the strong items only? Because that's boring, plus there's only like 10 items out of dozens. Now, this does kind of relate to what their vision is about, but I will talk about that more later, because now I gotta talk about what makes this game difficult. Now, some of you who are actively watching my video and not putting me in your second monitor, you might notice these quotes around the word, because it's not
What fucking game is this, bro?
No one show this to Odo.
Yo, Charles with the $2. No one show this to Odo.
watching my video and not putting me in your second monitor, you might notice these quotes around the word,
because
it's not difficult, it's unfair. Like, I collectively went through all my footage and I could say most of my death is total bullshit. Like, some enemies are just annoying to fight against. Like, why does this shotgun...
Bro, why does this game, like, force you to get ragdolled under a hell pod, like, so frequently? I feel like some of this stuff is on purpose, but I feel like a lot of it isn't.
I could say most of my death is total bullshit. Like, some enemies are just annoying to fight against. Like, why does this shotgun unit have more range than the actual minigun units? And how come this flying unit has insane accuracy? Like, I'm scared of these guys than the actual tripods. But for me, the Terminids are my biggest annoyance. Like, why even the little ones do crazy damage? And the Spore Strain, if you ragdoll even once near them, you're getting the cartel treatment. And don't get me started on the fucking bird that I hate. The High Lord is like the coolest enemy, but apparently they designed them where you're supposed to ignore him. I'm sorry, how are we supposed to ignore this Godzilla-sized enemy? And what's even more disappointing is that there's even a side mission to kill the Hive Lord. Like, I don't mind if he appears in other missions, but if you're trying to do the oil rig one, yeah, good luck. And speaking about the mission, there are good hard missions to beat that are fun.
Wow, chat. Who said the oil rig was cooked the day that it got cooked? Me, bro. Again, me.
Basically any mission that involves in standing in one area, but it creates this weird fluctuation from barren, nothing really happening in one mission to holy shit, get to the extraction. But most of my main issue,
yeah, one thing I don't talk about is the inconsistent difficulty, like on Div 10. Like, another reason people always play Div 10 is because it's not consistently hard. Like, 8 out of 10 games are a fucking snooze fest walking simulator, and then you get that one game that's just like balls to the walls.
is that the damage seems inconsistent, and I did some research to find out that we have a hitbox for our head that when hit does more damage. Why do we have a critical hit for ourselves? And even glitches just make the game frustrating. Like, I'm not even bothered giving examples because there's just too many. Like, Jesus Christ, this game been out like what, 2 years now? Like, I'm not even actively looking for these bugs, you just come across them. And the cherry on top, I still crash on Xbox. Any defense with these issues will be properly countered with a 9mm. But now the main reason I left the game in the first place, there is no progression. More like there's no good progression.
The flying overseer should use the jetpack to close distance if you try running away instead of having his jetpack always active. And it's a flying unit with aim resistance.
I swear to fucking God, you come at me with a fucking super credit farming defense. Like, look at me. Do I look like a fucking clown to you? And let's just say I agree with you. That's it. Other games have way more stuff to grind for other than a battle pass. And there is other stuff to progress, but I'm finding it hard feeling rewarding. Samples don't really last long enough to feel satisfying, and even then no one picks them up in the higher ranks. So I'm just left scavenging by myself. And attachments are decently rewarding, but where are the attachments for the secondary? Like, I really want to deck out my laser revolver. And finally, the war bonds. I could say a lot of things wrong with this, but for the sake of keeping my sanity, my main complaint is that the super credits and the medals that help you unlock the war bonds should be rewarded more the higher difficulty you have it. But it's the opposite. Dude, this is basic game design 101. Like, it shouldn't be a crazy thing to say that the higher difficulty should be more rewarding. And they did respond to this in a recent post, and the excuse is that they can't because there will be backlash. I'm sorry. Who's the moron that will complain about this? And it's also ironic because I look at your game's history, every change you guys do causes backlash. But this one you can do because the backlash will be tremendous. How convenient. You guys are really edging.
Just a little convenient. That is true. That is a little bit convenient.
This game from becoming the best. It's almost like you don't want me to have.
Yeah, bro, they can't do the super credit change because the backlash will be too large. But we'll full send it on fucking AP4 Hive Guard that we know every single casual will cry about for years.
Fun. Like, is that the reason? I don't know why.
Nigga, did I just catch you having fun?
Actually, I do know why. It's for your...
Did I just catch you having fun?
Why?
Nigga, did I just catch you having fun?
Bro, the cut to the appropriator slap is wild.
Actually, I do know why. It's for your grunt fantasy. What does that mean? I don't know. From what I understand from other explanations, apparently we are cannon fodder. We are expected to die. Somewhat like a Milsim, which I like the idea. And it's really innovative if you really think about it. A Milsim-like horde shooter. Like, I never heard of that before. And I really like Milsim games. It's like...
Bro, when he says Milsim, it sounds like he's saying Muslim. A Muslim horde shooter.
My top 5 genre. The only problem...
We can't have that. We can't have that one.
Problem is, you're not following your vision. There are attempts, but changing damage values and buffing enemies is not realistic. It's annoying. And clearly you want to treat this game like a galactic warfare. Sometimes we have the advantage and sometimes we don't have the advantage. But you're really not adding enough. Like during the tech of Cyberstan, during the event, you could have made it where instead of 4 Helldivers, why not 5 Helldivers to make it feel like we're trying to even the odds? Or mechanics that expands the loadout screen. A detailed loadout system similar to...
That's crazy, Hive.
Fuck me, I almost had it. Like a detailed loadout system similar to Insurgency Sandstorm, where you could choose how many magazines you could carry or have a harness able to carry 2 support weapons. Obviously, you should only carry 1 backpack. I'm not asking the game to become like Death Stranding, but do something. Like an easy idea I could think of is a clan system, because Muslim's all about making a platoon group, and a YouTuber like Commissar Kai can benefit
because Muslims is all about making a platoon group.
Because his brand is being a commander, plus it rallies more people to play your game. And like the leader can state a claim on a planet to protect and oversee. Like you guys are really not adding anything that relates to your vision. And the mechanics that does relate are broken, like the health system. If you have a broken arm or leg, it makes you less efficient, which I do like what you're going with, but you really don't interact with it. Like you end up stimming anyways, because walking around with half health is basically a death sentence. Like even the computer behind me hasn't been working since release apparently. Oh, there we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. But in the end, everything seems to focus around the war bond. Like it's to the point where you guys nerf specific mechanics just to sell the solution. You guys were praised for being the best live service, not become like the others. Is this the legacy you guys want to leave behind? Okay, from here on out, everything I say is completely anecdotal. So put on your tinfoil hats and let's start. I blame Sony for the faults of the game's condition. Now, I am not taking away blame from Arrowhead. Like, Jesus Christ, guys, just listen to the community. Like, that's what we care about. But Sony owns the IP, and a lot of you don't know what that means. And I know it's easy just to pin them for the problems, especially after they announced they're halting production for physical copies.
You're a fucking disappointment.
but they do have control over the publishing rights, but also the financial decisions. Sony's probably twisting their arms to focus on war bonds and not the health of the game, because the game made over $1.3 billion with a B. That's mobile games type money. They literally saw that and went like, yeah, we need 12 more of these. They canceled 8 of them, by the way, because they also realized games has to be fun as well. Another evidence is a recent marketing campaign with the use of their game. The most premium example is from a TV show called Secret Level. Quite literally, the last episode was a giant ad campaign with Sony name written all over it, and the majority of the episode it had Helldivers. They're basically going to do what Xbox did with Master Chief and make it one of the faces of Sony. And the desperation of making more live service, it's not a crazy thought that Sony is probably making them focus on profits, especially after the failures and maybe soon to be failure games. And don't forget, I don't have proof. And then it's not like we could go ask Arrowhead to go commit career suicide by exposing secrets. And any changes the game received, you gotta really think if it is Sony or the devs. Like the recent FOMO thing they're doing. This is definitely Sony's doing, because the majority of player base are returning players. And they constantly want them to keep coming back, because every hour you spend in the game, it's a good chance to throw $10. And also what came to thought is that, are you defending your favorite developers, or are you defending Sony?
Damn, bro. Just a bunch of snowy boys. Okay, this dude's fucking funny. This dude's funny. And dozens of people disliked his video. Dozens, guys. Go like his video. It's pretty funny. Maybe we'll watch something else by him sometime. He doesn't post that often. That was pretty good. W video. Based vid. Kroby Cat. I don't know who that is. He hasn't even posted in dozens of weeks. What, remember Halo? I wonder what all comes out after this game ends, like after the NDAs all expire. Great video, new player in Xbox Diver called game Horde Shooter. He doesn't, he makes banger videos. Dozens of weeks. My fellow Xbox brethren are ballin', but at what cost? Remember the Halo one? Okay, fine.
You ever wonder what's up there? Like what? Maybe someone up there was wondering what it's like here. I guess. Do you think we'll meet them? I hope so. Don't you?
The correct answer to the question, who is the worst game developer, is 343 Industries.
Man, what a time to be a
I personally think it's Bungie.
Halo fan.
The horrible choices that they've made by coming out and literally saying, hey, we did something different here, guys. We hired people that hated Halo to make Halo.
Hey, I mean, split screen be damned, who cares?
No Forge at launch.
Hold up, did you just say no Forge at launch?
So many things were missing from previous Halos. It's as if the team forgot what works. No co-op camp.
In my opinion, Forge was the only reason to play Halo 3. That shit was lit.
At launch.
You can't even play custom games, it's broken.
EA's a publisher, not a game dev, right?
You can't even watch watch feeder mode.
Good night, Rob.
Oh, look at that. It's the Heads-Up armor set from Halo Reach. Unfortunately, I can't earn it in Halo Infinite. I have to pay $20.
There's no way they're gonna sell us the classic red color for $7. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind over this game.
The promise of live service games and the we'll finish it later mentality. Are you out of your mind?
We're going backwards, guys. We're going backwards.
Yeah, that it's rated T. I thought we were gonna get a flood return. I guess that's just not gonna happen now.
You cannot.
343 is just in shitification. They're literally just in shitification, bro. That's it. Like, I'm not a big fan of a trillion sequels because what ends up happening is the original person who made the thing sells it, or they get someone else to continue it or work on it. Or even when the same person continues it and works on it, their stories after the original isn't that good. Like, it's okay for things to end.
To quote Fleekerzoid, it's not made by the same people, it's made by the same logo.
Yeah.
The people left 10 years ago.
Yeah, Charles, thank you for the 5. Yeah, I agree. It's okay for things to end. Good night, Hadu. We'll see you on the morrow. It's okay for things to end. Like, if a story comes out and it's fully contained and it's good, like, just because it's a financial success doesn't mean it should be continued. It just gets end shitified. And that's all 343 is. They sold it off and it got end shitified. That's it. Like, maybe it should have just ended after Halo 3 and we call it a day. Too many gamers think in terms of studio and not by team.
Let a team toil and mess around and goof off with your flagship IP for almost a decade.
What the fuck is... What the fuck is this? Was this in Halo? Brother, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that?
It's just one thing after another with this company.
The death corpse of Craig?
I think the fundamental difference between Bungie and 343 is the way that they were formed. 343 was brought in to work on an existing franchise, an existing universe with an existing fan base on existing hardware.
Well, we feel really good about our studio 343 that's working on Halo today, and it's one of those rare opportunities when you can build a team of people that are uniquely passionate about
No, I never
Halo.
played Destiny.
Many of these people grew up playing Halo.
That's probably completely unique, right? Is every single person there, their destination was Halo rather than a job.
You are on the cover of the new Bloomberg
Have you seen
Business
this?
Week
Look
here.
at that.
The real Master Chief.
Master Chief is human. He's not a machine. He's not a set of armor with a big weapon.
No, he is a set of armor with a big weapon.
He's a human with resilience.
No, he's not. He's an idea.
It's a chance for people who have played as Chief for so long to put the controller down, sit back on the couch, enjoy the experience of learning about the Chief in a way that you have never done before.
Like Marvel
Nobody gives a fuck. Literally nobody gives a fuck.
and Star Wars, Halo is a universe where hundreds of stories can be told and where millions of experiences can be shared.
We knew we wanted to expand the audience as far as we could, but still satisfy the core as much as possible.
Halo 4's loadout system frequently and sort of appropriately gets compared to other FPS games, including Call of Duty and others, and that's a reasonable sort of comparison.
I think Halo 5 is one of, if not the best, multiplayer versions of Halo.
Jump up in the air and I turn my stabilizers on, these jets kick in.
You can go back, forward, all directions.
We're not really limiting these things. We're actually allowing you to change it.
You actually can mount on top of edges throughout the world. Would be adding another clamber route.
Halo has always been synonymous with online competition. With Halo 5 Guardians,
Bang, bang,
we are fully
pow, pow,
embracing
eagle.
that legacy with the biggest investment in Xbox esports history. You know,
Making the decision to remove split screen was a really tough one for everyone here at 343.
Yeah, there's no flood in the game. Yeah, we're not dealing with the flood in this one. We got other surprises in store.
Oh, you're opening up a pack.
Animating. Someone make sound effects.
Mongoose, Needler, Ghost, Fuel Rod Cannon.
Yeah.
They added fucking weapon packs, bro. You really added weapon packs to the game, bro.
All the details are.
I love it.
This is the first time.
Oh, so you're really hoping it doesn't crash, right? That's fantastic.
We've also had a lot of learnings along the way.
Shameless.
When we fell down with the multiplayer launch of MCC.
It's been 20 minutes of searching. Nothing. Not a single match.
Welcome to the Master Chief Collection, where you get a black screen of death every 5 seconds, and then you spend your time just sitting here waiting.
There is not a single title on this entire disc that's working to form right now. Not a single title. That's the 343 guarantee. Is when they release a game, the shit is gonna suck and it's not gonna work.
I've been sitting here for 40 minutes.
What? You can't do it. You can't play a match. 343 didn't earn this.
What happened that he can't play a match? What was wrong with the game?
That's why they don't care about it. They didn't earn this.
Resolving the current matchmaking issues in Halo the Master Chief Collection remains our top priority.
Why can't I get a match?
It was just a matchmaking issue?
A week later. And this game still ain't fucking working, bro.
We know.
Oh my god. They just had matchmaking broken for over a week? Jesus. It was broken for 4 years. How do these people even get jobs, bro? Honestly, don't even fire them at this point. Just fire the people who's in charge of hiring people. Like, the person who fucking does the interviews needs to get fired at this point.
That some players are still seeing issues in-game, and we're committed to improving the experience with additional content updates in the near future.
Should have just done the IP TCP instead.
I don't know why, but I think that they made it worse.
I bought an Xbox One just to play Halo, and I have had the worst time with it.
It was incredibly crushing to let the fans down. It was supposed to be a love letter to the fans, and you know, we let them down.
Can we reveal anything about the next Halo FPS title today?
I think only.
Look and reacts at the 2 images I sent Plaza lol.
We fucked up matchmaking for 4 years. It was a love letter, but it failed and flopped, and we let the fans down. Let's hear about the next title, boys. You guys ready for the next one? Let's just go to the next one. Bro, this shit is fucking shameless. Yo, Eisenhammer with the $2 looking reacts at the 2 images I sent. Original Bungie versus modern Halo. Sketch. Unbound Rage. Princesses. No snacks. It's all whamming. What happened to the super credit hackers in the end? What do you mean, Rivius? I don't fucking know. Hey, man. Hey, we're the He-Man Woman Haters Club. No women allowed.
Because, you know, we...
Bethesda union members are protesting after being laid off. It's hilarious how out of touch they are. They're even holding up signs that say players deserve better. And it's like, where was that energy the entire time that corrupt AAA has been taking advantage of gamers by putting out buggy, overpriced modern audience slop? They were radio silent. But now that they got laid off, they're pretending to care.
Even told that we're making...
what's this? The Marathon team got laid off. To be fair, didn't a lot of stuff come out that the Bungie devs were trying to get changes and the leadership didn't let them do anything? Oh, Bethesda. Okay, sorry. I thought this said Bungie. Oh, there's a Bethesda.
AAA hired activists/ideologues, not game devs.
Yo, Eisenhammer with the $2. AAA hired activist, ideologues, not game devs. Yeah, I mean, really, since the 2008 housing financial crisis was when the rise of BlackRock happened. If you guys look into the money, and if you guys go look at BlackRock's financials, or if you go look at their investing recommendations, they've always had ESG. It's been years of this, and people are just talking about it now.
Only thing that will confirm, as we do listen to fans, there will be split screen.
All right.
Halo Infinite multiplayer will be free to play and invite more of you than ever before to become a Spartan hero.
The Slipspace engine is really this labor of love for 343. We've invested heavily. It's going to be the foundation of our next 10 years of Halo experiences.
And that trailer that we did that's what Halo means to the studio.
We're a very competitive game. That's our DNA. That's who we are, right? You go back all the way to the very first Halo, right? Multiplayer. I mean, it is a highly competitive game.
Competition is kind of core to Halo.
Will there be playable elites in Halo Infinite?
No, we're not currently planning on supporting elites as a playable character. And the reason is, this is a Spartan story. We focus on how Spartans battle against each other.
California came out and said the lawsuit against Blizzard was all lies, and it was to force Blizzard to hire more women and not white people. Is that real? I've seen people talking about that. Did California actually release something saying that? Like, is there documentation from the government saying that? Was the Blizzard employee stealing breast milk actually a lie? Because that's a really funny story. I just want to believe that story is true. Even if California said it was a lie, I think someone stole breast milk. It must have been pirate software. Grums confirmed this. I don't care
Also,
what Grums
check reacts
confirmed.
If you want to lol.
Yo, Eisenhammer with the $2. I ain't watching that, Eisenhammer. They want the secret formula to making successful Halo games, but they don't realize what actually makes Halo Halo, especially for the fans. Did you know, used to work at Blizzard, they had free milk for real. The only Halo game I played was the multiplayer experience. It was not really fun either. I don't know. Halo multiplayer used to be lit. Halo Infinite, we aren't adding playable elites. This is a Spartan story. Now buy the $10 cat ears for your Spartan.
And that it feels fair.
Yeah, bro, I want the stolen breast milk story to be true. Okay, so I'm just going to act like it is because it's funnier.
Fair, and it's competitive.
We have had to make the difficult decision not to ship campaign split screen co-op.
Folks have asked us, are they in, are they out, what's going on with assassinations? So what's the scoop there?
So they're not in for launch, and I think we're just going to be straight about that, right?
Is there a plan to bring back dual wielding in Halo Infinite?
Currently, no, that's not in the cards right now.
Bro, game devs gotta add dual wielding before their game comes out. Everybody fucking loves Akimbo, bro. Everyone. Akimbo is sick. Okay? I don't always go Akimbo, but I always got a loadout for it. This just in, Thick wants stolen breast milk.
We want to share the exciting news
Blizzard
that we got the official
Lander.
confirmation that Halo Infinite has gone gold.
Let's go. We made the really tough decision to delay shipping campaign co-op for launch, and we also made the tough call to delay shipping Forge past launch as well.
And as developers, when you work on a game, you want to get that game out there. And that almost seems like, for us, that's the finish line. But
You want to get that game out there. You don't want to make sure it works.
in reality, it's going to be the starting line.
None of us inside of 343 look at this roadmap and are happy with it.
2 seasons a year doesn't cut it. It's just not going to cut it. That's not what our players deserve. It's not what they expect. It's not what our team wants to do. It's not what I want to do.
There's just been a lot of introspective time to really reflect on, like, what have we done as 343? Where have we made mistakes? Where have we hit it right? And then what does Halo mean to all of us? And then also I would just say, don't sweat the mistakes, because I would say that every failure point has probably been an opportunity versus really a failure.
Yeah, Forge was the best mode.
I think the coolest thing about
I think every game needs a Forge, bro. When you can make maps for multiplayer, that shit is so much fun. Like, making the map is fun.
about Bungie, though, one of our best traditions is that everybody here really cares about what they're doing, and it's important to them. They do it well, and that's what makes them happy.
It's all about you, Jason. Hey, everybody. So I'm Jason. I'm one of the co-founders of Bungie and the lead on Halo.
Microsoft estimated that they have sold 1 million copies of Halo in the U.S. alone. 50% of Xbox owners are also
1.0s need to release more completed instead of half finished with roadmaps.
On everybody's mind right now. Well, fellas, November the 9th, the launch of Halo 2 will also mark one of the biggest video game launches in history.
Proximity voice. You can get close to somebody in a game and talk to them, and only that person can hear you.
Damn.
I'm gonna 1v1 you.
We didn't even know how big Halo was going to get. How can
I'm getting goosebumps.
Halo.
I don't think you could tell.
Actually, Peter, as we walk off stage, I think there's something to be fun to show these people.
Hi, Bickos. Bro, I can barely remember these days. Honestly. This shit was so long ago for me now. I was just a young child. I didn't know that it would only get worse.
This is the way the world ends.
No, I was not a chud yet. I didn't know that I would grow up and become a chud.
This is the end of our trilogy.
This is going to be the end of the story.
Safe Film and Forge, I think, represent the coolest features that we have in Halo 3. This is
I think
the stuff
E-Day
that's going to keep people playing for years on.
I think E-Day is doing an open beta. Is it going to be free? When is Gears E-Day open beta, and is it free? Get ready to crush grubs in E-Day early access open beta as a benefit of Game Pass. I don't think is E-Day on Game Pass. I think E-Day. Oh no, it is on Game Pass. Damn. Should I just get the fucking Game Pass, bro, so I don't have to pay $150? Hell no. You have to if you want to game with me. Look at the Halo games reviews. August 13th is free. Oh, so you can play the beta early. What's the actual launch date? The open beta is 13th to 17th and is entirely free for everyone on Xbox and PC. Oh, the full game's not even out till October. Oh, okay. So it's going into beta. On August 6th to August 10th, early access is available to anyone who pre-ordered or Game Pass. Do you work another job? I also do flooring. Okay, so they're having a completely free early access or beta from 13th to the 17th. So no pre-order, no Game Pass from the 13th to the 17th. Guys, don't pre-order this fucking game. It could be slop. It looks cool. It looks promising. But it could have the most horrendous fucking progression in it. It could have the most horrendous performance. They are doing a completely free, no pre-order required, no Game Pass, open beta.
Hey, remember that time I called that Halo was gonna flop purely on because Cortana looked like Germa and that was all that I needed to see to know?
Fucking Cortana looks like Germa, bro. That shit's funny. Can we get some W's, please? Thank you, Eisenhammer, for the 5. I don't remember that, but I believe you. Thick works an actual job, not one of those made up office IT jobs like the one I'm watching stream from. This shit is so stupid, bro. Anyways, don't pre-order E-Day. Don't buy Game Pass. They're doing a completely free open beta from the 13th to the 17th. You can literally try the game before you commit to it. What if it's a 10 out of 10 game, performance is good, and there's progression? But what if it's just not your cup of tea? What if the game's not for you? You can try it completely for free to find out if it's even a game for you. From the 13th to the 17th. Don't fucking pre-order, bro. I'm telling you. I will get it. I know this sounds weird because I just said don't pre-order. But I will get it and stream it anywhere between the 6th and the 10th. Okay, so you can find out from my stream from the 6th to the 10th, and you can try it completely for free from the 13th to the 17th. I know I told you guys not to pre-order. It seems weird that I will, but you got to understand that YouTube is a source of income for me. Okay? So I have a real tangible benefit from pre-ordering. Consumers never get an actual tangible benefit. Right? I can make money. I can literally make a monetary profit if I play it early, post a review, stream it, and I can do a tax write-off on it. Exactly. Okay? But that's my problem with pre-orders, is that there's not any actual benefits, right? It's just bullshit. They offer you like some fucking armor cosmetic or early access, and it's fucking bullshit. Honestly, the fact that they're doing a free early access is a good sign, in my opinion. The fact they're doing a free early access from the 13th to the 17th without pre-ordering, that shows confidence. That doesn't mean the game will be good, but it does show some confidence. So this is actually a good sign in my opinion. However, there's still no point of pre-ordering it. Now I'm going to stream to get some tax write-offs. So should I get the channel with live gameplay? Bro got an early access. It's Carmine something. If you, I don't know. I don't even know what you're saying. We're going to be Lancer bros. If I see you in PvP, it's on site. Bet. What's up, Giga Yeet? Halo 4 pre-order came with a t-shirt at GameStop. That's a real tangible benefit. If that's good enough for you, then that's good enough for you, and that's fair. By the way, how you doing? Gabriel, hi, Bigos. Weren't you here at the start of the stream, Bigos? But yeah, I said the same shit when Space Marine came out, by the way. We did a whole podcast before Space Marine came out. I said, don't fucking pre-order it. And a lot of people regretted pre-ordering it. It looked good. It looked promising. It was right when Escalation of Freedom happened and Helldivers was dying. Okay? And I told people don't pre-order it. Even though I was hyped for it and I said I was getting it.
On in, make 1 billion hours, get logged on Xbox Live.
Look at all the low reviews for new Halo. I mean, I don't care about Halo that bad. We're just kind of watching something on it. That's interesting. I saw people were refunding it. It didn't even get a lot of players, did it? Didn't it only have like a 20k peak? Yeah. It didn't even get a lot of sales in the first place, and the reviews are not good. And it was because of the bisexual lighting on the poster cover. Did you guys see that fucking tweet? The bisexual lighting. I pre-ordered BL3 as a surprise because my friends and I love BL2. They didn't buy the game because they were more up-to-date with Gearbox and Pitchfork. I wasn't pre-ordering Space Marine, and I'm not a huge fan. I got Space Marine for the campaign. I was a 40k fan. The map was ops, was extra stuff to me. I didn't say everybody was dissatisfied with their Space Marine purchase. All I'm saying is don't pre-order because you may be dissatisfied. You never know. You should see how many low reviews it has on the Xbox App or Store. I believe it. Damn, bro. Almost 1 million gamers online.
Finished.
It's finished.
It's a sea of 1 stars.
I'll miss you.
Wake me.
Bro, here's the thing. Like, if you only bought Space Marine for the campaign, that's fine. You're only furthering the point I'm trying to make, is that people play games for different reasons. Gears of War might be a 9 out of 10 game, but it might have one issue that you personally can't get past, and it's not a game for you. So the fact that they're doing like free early access, you should go play it and try to look for that and figure out if the game is going to be for you. Like, if you only get a game for one reason and that reason is fulfilled, then you should buy it and you should be happy with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's perfectly fine. Space Marine 2 was great all around. I'm still having a blast now. Yeah, but many people weren't, and many people didn't, and many people regretted pre-ordering. I'm going to pour one out for the Halo that was. Space Marine 2 is more fun for me 2 years later than it was on launch. That as well. A lot of games get better over time. Space Marine 2 launched with very little content.
When you need me.
After the campaign. That was a pretty good video. That's an old one. 3 years ago. I was 1 when Halo 3 came out. Reach was my first one. Those were decent games. I'm so pissed that my favorite purple is now known as bisexual lighting. Bought it on stale. Still a disappointment. Saber slop. I never like Gears of War gunplay. I'll try E-Day to see if it clicks for me this time. Yeah, I'm more just talking about pre-ordering. I used to have a lot of figures as a whole. I brought up Space Marine because I was very hyped for that game. I made a few videos about Space Marine. I streamed it a couple times. But even so, I told people not to pre-order it ahead of time. I made sure to tell people multiple times before the game came out, don't pre-order it. If I told you guys what I'm playing and loving, I'd get laughed out of the chat. Nah, that's fine. You're allowed to like bad games here. You're not allowed to cope about it, though. Okay, if you start coping, then we'll make fun of you. But you can still be here. Let me guess, Marathon. Bro's playing fucking Marathon right now. You clown, Mr. Grungehead. You fucking clown. Marathon enjoyer. Just kidding. Never played it myself, but I remember the history. Respect. The color purple was seen as a very regal and majestic color back in the day. I pre-ordered it and regretted it on Space Marine 2. I hate it, bro. Veilguard had that bisexual lighting shit everywhere. So much of the Guys, bisexual lighting can't be a real thing. I don't believe it. Purple's also my favorite color. I like purple and green. I like the Green Goblin. I'm betting he's playing Veilguard. What are you playing? You have to tell us now. Look up what colors use the most on romance novels. Rogue Trader's the best 40k game. Prove that it's not real, or else it's real. It's a real thing. It's a mix of purple and pink. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Is that one of the good ones? I've been playing Smite 2. Pre-order and early access is the biggest problem because of day 1 to 10 patches. Yeah, that's the other thing as well, is like when a lot of these games come out, like for Borderlands 3, for example, there was a small group of people on launch who didn't buy it because it was an Epic exclusive. And they said, we're going to wait for the Steam launch. And a couple of the content creators tried clowning on them, saying, oh, you don't want to get it because it's an Epic exclusive? Bro, the first 6 months of Borderlands 3 was a fucking train wreck. If you waited for the Steam launch, you literally got a more complete game with some of the DLC out. That, by the way, the first DLC fixed Zane, who was fucking terrible before that DLC came out. You had Mayhem 2.0 already go through its rough patches. Like, if you waited for the Steam launch, you literally got a better deal. You had a more complete game. Like, every game that comes out has problems on launch, because ultimately it is true that once you get... There's a Wikipedia page for bisexual lighting. Oh, it's the bisexual pride flag. Anyways. That's fucking stupid, bro. Anyways. Once you get 1 million people playing your game, then they will find issues with it that a couple hundred game devs literally just won't find. So, like, it is good that Gears is doing early access and a free early access. They're going to get a lot of people playing, and they're going to find a lot of issues, and they're going to patch it out. Hopefully, I mean, that's their goal, right? They want to do this process before the official launch. I think their early access is a good sign, right? It's a good sign that they are handling it well. It's a sign of confidence, but it's also a sign that they want to get that like early game rockiness out of the way before the game is technically officially out. So, you know, of course they want to make sales too, right? They're a business, but yeah. Game launches can be rocky. That's like just another reason not to pre-order. Like, there's really going to be no harm to you if you wait a few weeks. Like, you do have that anticipation that like you really want to play it on launch. You really want to. But a lot of like, if you just do that one time where you wait like 3 weeks and then get it, and then look at the patch notes in the first 3 weeks, like after that time period, you'll be like, maybe it was a good thing I waited a few weeks. You know what I mean?
Talk about the cherry on the top. You showed me something.
All right, so I wanted to watch this video. It's the cheater who killed Arc Raiders. So this guy found the top cheat maker for Arc Raiders. If you're wondering the issues with Arc Raiders, one of the biggest issues is cheating. This interview was fucking wild. Pips was watching this on stream like a couple days ago, and I was like, I need to watch this, bro. This shit is crazy. This interview's crazy. So one of the biggest issues with Arc Raiders is cheating. And the second biggest issue is that they just don't fucking add content to the game. But yeah, anyways.
It was really hard to believe. Just tell the viewers what it is.
So essentially it's the unban account tool. It's we are the only ones who have the tool.
I promised you that
Dog. They have an unban account tool for $20 where you just type your name in and you get unbanned and you can just go start cheating again. That's fucking ridiculous. That's actually fucking ridiculous.
It's we are the only ones who have the tool.
Reddit story, article, or going through another suspicious video about cheaters, I decided to go directly to its source. And so everybody, please meet Kenny. Kenny is probably one of the most known cheaters in the world as of right now, and he's been in the cheating industry now for years. He has been one of the first people that developed cheats for Arc Raiders, and Kenny was single-handedly responsible for stream sniping the biggest streamers in the game as of right now. People like the Burnt Peanut.
They're cheaters?
I was gonna say, come with us, Peanut, come with us. You gotta loot, you need to go.
Hatch, Summit, Ninja.
You need to cater in this sense of stream sniping rage hackers. There needs to be someone at Embark Studios watching, being like, oh, the 10th guy in a row, 15 games, game ban on record, let's ban him.
And other streamers that basically gave Arc Raiders the biggest visibility. And also, he might be the single person most responsible for these people leaving the game. They were getting stream sniped and cheated and repeatedly killed. And I've decided to interview him, and I've decided to go through the cheats together. And during our conversation with Kenny, we spoke openly about the cheat development, all of the factors around cheats, all of the factors around community, and not only that, we also spoke about Embark, because I promised you, you will be
Bro, why does this guy live on some beautiful forest hills? Like, where's this guy?
Very surprised about what you will hear in this video.
I discovered these vulnerabilities. I did send
that's fair, legend.
letting them know and how I bypassed it. I remember I received first an AI automated response from the team, and then after like...
In GTA, you can get tools to report other players and approve their bans themselves. Is that crazy? Cheaters have killed so many FPS games for me nowadays. Yeah, it's one of the reasons PvP is just like kind of sucks. There's been a lot of cheaters and just, I don't know, a lot of shit just ruining the games.
2 weeks, one of the team members, I believe it was from the development team.
Can't you get fucking DDoSed from a GTA 5 server?
responded and essentially just closed the ticket.
And what you heard at the beginning, that the $20 tool can reverse your ban on ARC Raiders, I promised you there's going to be much more ridiculous things in this interview.
You got the shiesty on, Fury.
You won't believe yourself.
Today, I'm joined by Kenny. I want to put all opinions aside and simply understand how this world works. Who are the people behind these communities? And why do they do it? How does the business operate? And what does someone like Kenny actually think about current state of ARC Raiders? And maybe he will tell us more about Embark, about anti-cheat, and about the whole cheating world. So first of all, Kenny, thank you for taking the time to speak with me. And for people who have never heard of you before, could you...
Fury, you're just mad because if you put the shiesty on, you'd look like Buzz Lightyear.
Give us a quick introduction. Who are you? How did you get involved in the ARC Raiders cheating scene? And why did targeting streamers become such a big part of what you do?
So essentially, as you introduced me, my name is Kenny. A lot of people who watch streamers on Twitch will essentially heard of me. So I started stream sniping on October 30th of last year, which is the release of the game. I developed cheats a week after the release of the game. I was essentially the first cheater in ARC Raiders. I started cheating literally as soon as the game was released. I started doing it for fun, as I always like to tell people who ask me similar questions. Everyone has an outlet in gaming. Some people like playing games for the social aspect. Some people like playing it for the competitive side. Everyone plays games for different reasons, and I play games to have fun, and my sort of fun is essentially cheating, as sad as that sounds. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the...
Cheating in multiplayer games is cringe. That's my take. So I played a lot of Borderlands, and people would hate on people who use the cheat engine to edit gear, and that shit was stupid in my opinion. It's like, bro, Borderlands is most people play it single player. Like, if you cheat, if I use the cheat codes in Grand Theft Auto Vice City to spawn a helicopter and spawn 5 stars, I'm not harming anything or anyone. I don't know, but cheating in multiplayer games is just extremely cringe because it's like, I feel like it's just basic sportsmanship where it's like, I don't know. I feel like people get locked into winning too hard, where it's like sometimes it's just fun to play a fair game. It's fun to play for the love of the game.
Production. I will play probably some clips of you hunting down the streamers, because I think that was a big part of basically you, your persona, and your business, right? So we could say that by doing that, you brought your customers to your business, right?
Yeah, completely, 100%. Yeah. Completely.
Before sort of like this whole cheating war, or how to call it, that there was like an outbreak of cheats. You discovered yourself that there was like a security gap in the code from Embark side within the...
But yeah, that's why I say multiplayer, not PvP or PvE, because if you go into a PvE game, if you go into a Helldivers game and you have infinite recoilless, then like you're kind of ruining the game for everyone else in your lobby too.
Anti-cheat, and you told me that you tried to contact them to have it fixed first before the cheaters took over. So maybe can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so essentially when I first got the game on October 30th, which was the official release, I played the game, I looked at the mechanics, I looked into the anti-cheat. When it was released, it only had easy anti-cheat. Obviously, Any Brain was released in December, a couple of months after the official release, which was like AI detection for hit registry for consecutive headshots or consecutive bone, which is like the chest or the torso or the legs. So it's just like, it was an AI looking at sort of aimbot settings. But initially when the game was released, I looked into reverse engineering, and I saw that you could reverse engineer just ESP. I was using an external aimbot at the time, and obviously aimbot wasn't detected because they didn't have Any Brain anti-cheat. The easy anti-cheat was essentially just a sort of plaster on the wound, if you would like to put it into that sort of analogy. It wasn't really like doing much as an anti-cheat. So I discovered these vulnerabilities, and I did send Embark an email letting them know and how I bypassed it. I remember I received first an AI automated response from the team, and then after like 2 weeks, one of the team members, I believe it was from the development team responded and essentially just closed the ticket. So I'm not sure if they were trying to pretend like it didn't exist, or they weren't concerned, or they didn't care. But their stance was pretty clear. So after I let them know that, I obviously had already developed the first cheat for Arc Raiders and had launched it. And I was, starting developing, outsourcing,
Right.
started providing it. Yeah.
So, because, at the end of the day, that's something that you would have to deal with and I would have to deal with if we release the video. A lot of people will blame you for, let's say, killing the game with the cheats and stuff like that. But again, taking a step back here, then that means that you really tried to contact Embark. You tried to let them know that there's a huge security gap within their code, that something bad is happening, and they just didn't listen, right?
That's correct. And I think if we were to look at the bigger picture in all of this, had I not done it, someone else would have done it. It's a game of cat and mouse in the gaming industry. Whenever there's a popular game that's released, there's always going to be cheats for it. Like, look at any video game, there is a cheat for it. It's just part of the package.
After all this, the war with Embark started, the war with players.
I don't believe he contacted Embark. He probably did. A lot of these people do contact the game companies.
With streamers and everything. So we talked about you trying to reach out to Embark. Have they ever tried to contact you afterwards?
No, they have not.
Okay. So they obviously knew that something is happening in the background. You and your community, you are the biggest developer of the cheats in Arc Raiders. Why do you think, or do you believe that there's something behind this, like business practice, that they didn't reach out? Do they not want to fix their anti-cheat, or do they simply just rely on the tools they have, or maybe simply they don't have money?
Isaac, I think he meant he started cheating for fun because he sells the cheats now. So I think he was saying that when he first developed the cheat, it was just for himself to have fun, maybe a few of his friends, but then he started selling it.
The anti-cheat is more expensive. Why do you think they never tried to reach out to you?
I think one of two things which a lot of gaming studios do when they become popular or make a lot of money. The first thing is they try to ignore the problem. So they try and pretend like it doesn't exist and hope that it goes away, which is never the case. If anything, it makes the problem worse. I think the second thing is, and we noticed this from Embark Studios overall from their previous games that they've made, is that once they've made a set amount or they've made more money that they've invested.
Yeah. Him saying like, oh, I cheat because other people will do it yeah, that's always cope.
They collect the money and they move on to the next project, which is the case now. Embark Studios is releasing 2 new games.
But it is what it is. I still do think this guy's interesting because, developing cheats does take a technical skill of like knowing how to do something, knowing how to exploit things. Like, it is interesting still, in my opinion.
In 2027 that they're currently developing. So their stance on Arc Raiders essentially is they're not putting a lot of time, effort or money in resources in trying to maintain the game because it's essentially a finished product. They're only adding a few updates. I think it's twice a year, as they said in their patch notes. I think the third reason being is that you could say that they are quite cheap in terms of the anti-cheat. Like, they brought AnyBrain AI and Denuvo. Denuvo was used essentially beforehand, not really in any other mainstream game. It was used in a fishing game as a sort of anti-cheat.
No way.
Yeah, so it's not really an anti-cheat that's used overall in like big shooter extraction games, and they opted out on like AnyBrain AI, which is another very cheap option for a studio that made hundreds of millions of dollars.
What the fuck is AnyBrain AI? Bro, I feel like if you cheap out on the anti-cheat before you launch your game, I think that's understandable. Like, with Arrowhead as well. It's like, before you launch the game, it's like, okay, that's understandable. But it's like, bro, if you're Arc Raiders and you make a PvP game that goes giga fucking viral, like, Arc Raiders was one of the most viral games out there. It's like, you got to upgrade your anti-cheat, bro.
So what would be your message to the viewers, to the people who believe that Embark is doing their best job to keep cheaters away from the game? Would you confirm? Would you deny this claim?
I mean, realistically speaking, their anti-cheat systems are like one of the worst I've ever seen in a video game. The fact that they give you 3 chances of being banned before they actually permanently banned you. The fact that the report system in game, I'm not going to confirm this, but because I don't really have a lot of evidence, and I don't want to say something without having so much evidence, but I genuinely believe that the report system in the game, even though that they've recently added a sort of generated mail back to you saying thank you for reporting this player, we're looking into their account, I genuinely believe that this does not lead to anywhere, because I do not believe that there is a specific department in Embark Studios that sits and looks at manual reports, because there's thousands of players, thousands of even more reports.
Right.
But, you know, people saying, oh, I reported 3 people and then I got my kit back a week later, I'm going to keep reporting people. It doesn't work like that. The reports
Okay.
don't like sort of accumulate, and then someone sits in their studio and goes, okay, I'm looking at this person and he's got 5,000 reports. Because if that was the case, I had 30,000 knocks and 20,000 of them was shot through smokes. The report system, I don't believe you reporting them. I mean, it's nice to do it. You know, you feel better about yourself. You think that they might get banned. They might get banned, but it's not the solely based like reason why cheaters get banned.
To close this one topic specifically,
Denuvo can go eat 10 times Dragon Roach breath. Streefs, what did he say about Denuvo? Arc Raiders uses Denuvo as an anti-cheat? Oh, Denuvo has an anti-cheat. Any brain?
I will just ask you a yes or no question. So based on everything that you just said, and based on the facts that there are 16 million copies of the game sold, with the Chinese version or the Chinese license being sold, there's a lot of money in Arc Raiders. Do you believe at the end of the day, based on everything
Joe Biden, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
That you just said and what I said, is it the money grape or money catch, money grape?
Yeah, I do believe it's a money grab, yes.
Right, so they have resources and they are not just putting them towards the anti-cheat.
Yeah, they are putting it in everything but what the game needs, essentially, yes.
You showed me something really interesting that blew my mind, and it was actually 2 things. The first thing was auto join lobby feature that you have in your system. Can you tell me what it does?
I developed a tool which is an auto join tool, or auto join lobby tool, which basically either you have the game code in the bottom right corner or you have their Embark ID. You can enter them into their respective boxes. You click auto join, it will find which map they're on, which server that they are on, and you just need one of the Embark ID, which is their username and the 4 numbers at the end.
Bro, developing a stream sniper tool is fucking diabolical.
And it will load you in.
I'm never playing PvP, guys. I'll probably play a little bit of Gears PvP, but probably not that much.
Essentially, you can join with 100% accuracy any game that a streamer is playing and stream snipe him.
Yeah, any active game, yes.
That's crazy. I'm just shaking my head here. And now let's talk about the cherry on the top. You showed me something that was really hard to believe. If somebody told me,
bro, Fury, they got fucking stream sniper tools that they could just join your game.
That someone developed this tool and it is out there, I would not believe them. So just tell the viewers what it is.
So essentially, it's the unban account tool. it's we are the only ones who have the tool. I released it 2 weeks ago when there was a massive ban wave.
It's a one window or one field entry, Embark ID, you click unban, and the profile is unbanned.
Yeah, they are unbanned, yes. It's very straightforward, you know.
I swear when I was watching Pips watch it, he said it worked on Epic and Steam and everything.
We are the only ones who have the tool. So essentially, it's the unban account tool. We are the only ones who have the tool.
It's a one window or one field entry, Embark ID, you click unban, and the profile is unbanned.
Yeah.
Bro, that's insane. They're fucking on their servers.
They are unbanned, yes. It's very straightforward, you know. If we talk about statistics, there's over 2,000 players have been banned. The ones that have requested it. Every day we get about like 30 or 40 DMs asking for their accounts unbanned.
How much for the unban?
The unban tool is $20, and yeah.
It's $20 fucking dollars, bro. $20. Just flat.
It can unban any account on Steam, Epic, or Xbox.
The unbanned player is probably my favorite take and the best take.
What's up, Sergey?
How is it even possible? Explain it to me, please. How do you even create this unban tool or the stream sniping tool? Is it
so
again like is that something just we already talked about, like the Embark's code sucks?
Yeah, so the reverse engineering and you know the injection methods was more essentially for.
So I don't think it's so much that their code sucks. I mean, it might, but it's people who are able to reverse engineer it. That's what it is. They were able to reverse engineer it and figure out the vulnerabilities.
The auto join lobby and the unban tool. I don't want to go too much into essentially who or what, but a developer's account was compromised, which obviously they have access to unbanning players. So,
bro, some dev fell for a fucking phishing scam and now they have a crazy cheating problem. That's diabolical.
We are able to unban, an admin console, so we're unable to ban it from their account.
Moving on.
Bro, if I had a company with like a bunch of people working there, you would have your work email on your computer at work. You would not even get the password for it. It would just be on your computer when you show up for the day. Nah, if they have an unban tool, they're in their servers. Like, it's that simple. Admin console, they need to rework the whole game to fix that. Other than getting jerked awake by Denuvo, had food time watching stream before dozing off. Had a mess up in the other game, so was pushed to farming all night. What'd you eat? The developer clicked on the hot Latina MILFs in your area, and now Arc Raiders is doomed.
Do you believe if Embark hired you, you could fix the
game dev sell this? There's a chance of that too.
I definitely would have a better chance than what the current anti-cheat measures that they've implemented are doing, for sure. I think the anti-cheat would have to be reworked. We would have to add.
Bro, a lot of this stuff is easy to social engineer. You ever see those videos of like some journalist just sends like a hot chick to talk to like a politician, and then the politician just fucking blabbers secrets to some random hot girl he never met before?
A better sort of anti-cheat system. I think the reporting system in the game, you'd have a specific department reviewing multiple cases, like looking at if one player is getting reported once or twice every game or every 2 games, rather than one player who gets reported every 10 games. Like there's a traffic light system, like red, yellow, green. Do you know what I mean? Like implementing, because this is the biggest issue that Arc Raiders has. They never really focused on the cheating problem, and as you can see now, the cheating problem has exploded.
So you believe your skills could reduce the cheaters by, let's say, how many? 60, 70, 80% in the game?
100%, 100%. We would be able to eradicate a lot. Yeah, 60 to 80% of cheaters we would be able to, yes.
You said it yourself, Embark is preparing 2 new games. Do you believe the loop will replicate? It will be the same problem?
I mean, if we look at the past histories and patterns, which is usually a good indicator, we see what they did in the finals. They made the game, they made the money, and they moved on to Arc Raiders. So if we're going to look at patterns as a gaming studio, I'm 100% guaranteeing you that they are probably going to do the same thing in the next 2 game projects. Yeah.
So do you wish Embark would see this video?
Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt that they're not going to see the video. I'm sure that people are going to reach out to Embark through the official channels like Twitter and Discord. Embark have a pretty sort of active engagement in the official Arc Raiders Discord community. Yeah. So I'm sure people or your viewers will send this to them and let them know. So yeah, hopefully they do watch the video and they take notes, because they've ruined one of the best video games that have been released in the last 10 years.
In my previous video, I bought an account for $5. I loaded into an account and it was an actual used account. It was nearly max level with a lot of stash value, a lot of items, a lot of stuff in it, bought skins. So somebody was probably playing it. Maybe the account was sold, but I think maybe these accounts are being stolen. So where do these accounts come from actually?
Essentially, they are stolen through Discord. Sometimes your friend might get hacked on Discord and he will send you a link, or he'll send you like images to click on, and they obviously they're friends with this person, so they might be silly enough to believe that this friend is sending them it. So when they click on the link, they start to lose access to their Steam account. So this Steam account is then sold online in bulk, which is around 50 cents for an account. Yeah, and then they're resold online for like 5, 10, 15, 20, up to $50 based on like the Steam level and the amount of games.
That's a 10 times the margin.
Yeah, it is essentially. Yeah.
That's a crazy number. The topic of security and about everything concerning around cheats. When I paid for the one-time entry to like another Discord community.
The fuck is your webcam doing up there? Why does it feel like Arrowhead's abandoning HD2 for their extraction shooter? This whole industry's nuts. Bro, I disconnected everything from my Discord account. I also have a dummy Discord account who owns my server. And I made sure it's hiding so no one could see it. I disconnected everything from my Discord account a while ago. Because those bots are fucking crazy on Discord now. I still have to make a channel to auto-ban them.
I paid with my credit card. And then later there were some like unauthorized requests on the card. I actually had to go and cancel it. What is the biggest mistake players make when downloading cheats? And is it dangerous?
I think cheats are essentially they are within. Cheats are not dangerous, so to speak, to answer your question like on the head, but it depends on where you are getting them from. Now, if you see somewhere that's promoting it for free, for example, I would never trust that, because there's nothing free in life. So that's probably a dangerous sort of cheat. That's dangerous to your computer.
If you're young and looking for an industry to go to college at, get into cybersecurity, because I think that's one of the largest growing industries. You could probably make a lot of money in cybersecurity. I would recommend going to college for that.
So now any cheat that you download is coming in an .exe file, which is the loader, which is going to essentially inject into your computer.
And good luck, because these people are fucking reverse engineering everything. So you're going to have people to fight against. Go to college for nuclear physics. What's up, Monk?
and these exe files are always going to be flagged up by the antivirus. Now, in order for you to successfully inject into your computer, which allows you to cheat in the game, you have to turn off your antivirus, you have to turn off the TPM BIOS, sometimes you have to turn off your Windows Defender. So you are basically making
you could just
your
scam
computer
people.
vulnerable in order for the cheat to work, which is completely normal in sort of the aspect of the cheat working on your computer. But then it comes into practice, like, who is selling you the cheat?
Well, then be the guy whose job it is to write prompts for the AI for cybersecurity, because they'll still hire a cybersecurity professional to do that. No, I never played Project Zomboid. It's a battle to perpetually change the lock before they pick it.
Do they have reviews? Have they been around? Like, it depends on, like, you need to take into factors that it's like buying a car. You don't just buy a car from looking at it. You need to, do your research.
So you actually need to be a good provider that is that, like, your cheat is safe to use, so it doesn't leak your information, to have like proper customers, right? Otherwise, it's a scam practice. And when it comes to this world of cheat developers, you actually need to be in sort of like position to be trustworthy still, right?
Yeah. So in terms of
there is no honor among thieves.
Following up on your question, yeah, in terms of the cheating atmosphere or the cheating community, as developers, we're always like helping each other, looking after each other, and we're calling out any sort of bad practices like that one. And obviously, I'm not sure whom you purchased your cheats from, but as a community of developers, we would also always frown upon that, and we would out them from the community, letting people know that this practice or this provider is essentially scamming their members and not doing what they're sort of telling people that they are doing, because there's an already a sort of bad image around cheating, and it does not need to be further added on, that is even worse, like the sort of image that's already painted on us. So that we do have boundaries, and we do have sort of like a conduct that, because essentially by them doing that, it's just going to either make that person talk about it or tell his friends, which is going to be less business for us.
It's hurting the market.
It's hurting the market just because of one person's stupidity or greed, for sure.
Talking about security, maybe let's talk a little bit more about your life. Let's say you as a cheat developer.
I think this is where we log out. I don't know. I just think it's fucking crazy that they're able to fucking reverse engineer this shit to get an unbanned tool. And the stream snipe tool is also fucking crazy. I don't know. I just thought this was interesting, and I watched Pips watch it on his stream, so I wanted to watch it on mine. But anyways, guys. I think I'm going to call it. I have a job I'm going to in about an hour. So I think I'm going to call it. I'm going to go get ready. And we got more reacts for later. We might just Blair Witch it again tomorrow night. We'll see. We'll see. But all right, boys. Thanks for coming to the stream. Thanks for chilling, as always. Appreciate you guys. It was a good, nice, short 4-hour stream. I'll see you guys later. Can't wait to start painting some minis. And thanks for hanging out. Do a stream where you build your Warhammer figure. Yup. Later Shia, later Lazy, later Seth, later Shad, later Dead Snake, later FBI, later Shia, later Ray, later Fusion, later Evil, later Joe Biden, later Darius, later Dark Will, later Drax, later Shad, later Grungehead, later Alex, later Radio, later Eisenhammer, later Alex, Hi Hife, Bye Hife, later Quex, later Pizza. Everybody have a good day and night. See you guys.